But who wrote this?
But I believe in you.
Oh, you believe in him? Welcome to the Wileyverse. We are back for another thrilling session of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition in the Forgotten Realms. This is session 32.
Good God.
32. This campaign just...
Have we hit 100 hours yet?
Not yet. It's 3 hours apiece. We'll be at
this is
96 when we finish tonight. 99 when we finish episode 33. Which will be 2 weeks from now.
It's a lot of
we should have a little on. Was it session 34? An hour in, we should have a little 100 hours celebration. Yeah.
Except don't do that.
Okay, let's record us doing that.
This is a all Dragonborn campaign that's been going on for 32 sessions. Every character is a Dragonborn from the same clan with the same purpose, to going out to save their homeland.
Hear the same thing every day Wednesday.
32
times we've heard this fucking line.
This spiel. Yeah. With me, as always, is Robert. I'm playing Rofrost, the Dragonborn Paladin.
Feeling a little daunted today. Wow.
We have Xerinax, played by Mitch. He is an arcane trickster rogue, and really one of the only characters that had worldly experience outside of the Dragonborn lands.
And that's why I keep going first and splitting the party.
Yeah.
You know that we're going to do
Dayton over there, also known as Mr. Kalen. Playing Savroff.
It's Mr. Humphrey.
A cleric of Bahamut and a lord of the clan. I am Wiley. I'm the GM. I have a DNPC or DPC, DMPC, named Iyasa, who is a wizard, enigmatic wizard that never talks or gives any good advice to the group.
She pops out some gems.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. Our group have just forged a legendary weapon, which is one of those merit badges, by the way.
Oh yeah.
To forge a legendary weapon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which out of the mail.
Yeah. I didn't back the project yet, so.
Oh well.
It's still a problem.
Filled me up.
Yeah.
Just to break.
I like badges.
I know. Like I thought, this is right up your alley. There's a Kickstarter right now for tabletop merit badges for RPG games. If you get you were involved in a total party kill, or you kill a legendary monster in one round, like your party kills a legendary monster in one round. If you from there, so what was your redying one?
Frequent Dyer.
Frequent Dyer. Yeah.
I think is that what it is. Yeah, frequent Dyer discount.
Yeah.
At this point, you and Death have a BFF handshake. You've died 3 or more times.
Yeah. Ignis. Xerinax.
Iggy. Xerinax has died. Steep died.
Wait.
No, Steep's not being.
Xerinax didn't die.
I've been killed.
No, sorry, not Xerinax. Sorry, Isarok.
Isarok. Isarok's dead, yeah.
Ignatius.
Yeah.
And Steep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
There's another one in there.
Got some case you didn't die?
No. That's right, Crane didn't die. They have just forged a weapon. They were up in the Great White North, up in Icewind Dale, and they chose to get back by taking an Upper Dark route, which deposited them on the southern face of the Spine of the World Mountains, where they encountered some little critters that were afraid of the light, and then they moved out into the snow and got out past them, through their camp, and met up with an old friend, a werewolf that they had saved many, many sessions ago, back when they were young and spry.
This was only 2 pounds ago, really.
That was a fun little trip. That was on our way to Neverwinter.
Well, Bryn Shander, Iron Master, Neverwinter.
After the boat, yeah.
And then you have to kind of count Droonbar. It's been a while. That was when you were coming from the Pinion. You were coming from Shade Rest.
We met those hunters.
Yeah. So
we beat them silly.
You are off on your own. The party is resting to taking a little short rest, you had scouted out ahead and ran into an Uthgardi hunting party led by Cessia.
And you said I recognized her when I saw her.
I mean, you've never saw her as a werewolf,
Oh.
but you saw the circlet, you saw the silver fur, you called out and you hoped it was her, and
That's right, I did
she
that.
replied. She called out to you. Is that my friend?
She said it in a weird way. She said her words were like, "I can be anything you want me to be."
Oh, yeah.
Was that not what happened?
No.
I was like, I remember that part.
Yeah.
I guess I would just tell her, like, hey, it is good to see you again. Come visit with the party.
She makes a little howling sound, and her hunting party forms up on her. There's about a dozen of them.
Meanwhile, back at the main team, like, I think they were Grimlocks, the critters. I don't know. Oh shit! More wolves.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Oh shit, more wolves.
Yeah. We heard howling.
Okay.
So,
And then we played the waiting game.
Xernax is returning, but there's also a dozen people with him.
I knew this day would come, Zerdax.
I have betrayed you. Sick 'em.
Save their skins.
It is Cessius,
Like-
your penis. Cessia?
Cessia.
Cessia.
So I would say that we can see him. Do we see who's?
You see a bunch of northern Viking-like people, furs, bows, crossbows, axes, and a silver werewolf.
You see Ceci? Which one? Ceci? Where is she?
This is the wolf one.
No. Really? Ceci? Lucas.
Perhaps I did not see her as a human.
You got a lot of hairier. You're a lot hairier than I remember.
Can werewolves talk in werewolf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. And don't act like you don't know that she's a werewolf, because you knew she was a werewolf. You just never
I'm being
seen her.
coy.
Like
I'm being charismatic.
this. Being coy. I'm gonna get her in bed.
I don't think wolves lay eggs.
No.
It's unnatural.
So,
You think, Greg?
what are you doing here, Pierre?
Well, that's a funny question. I think we are trying. Well, we were escaping the was it the over or the underdark? Someone said something different, and then I got confused. But it was just horrible.
Upper dark.
Upper dark.
The upper dark. It was shit either way.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
What's going on, Wes?
We actually got started on time tonight, so you're late.
Yeah, we're
you're
late.
See.
What the?
We were 3 minutes late.
That's on time for us, I think.
It's like going on about these huge freaking worms under the ground. They're everywhere, apparently. You watch out below your feet. Apparently, they're all over the world, just beneath us. Oh, we made this. And they pull out
You're
the-
carrying it. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
but
pulling that
now I'm
out.
showing it off.
So you finally found your forge.
Oh, I forgot
Very
we told
impressive.
you everything about our mission.
Yeah, she was on your
everything.
horse, so she heard everything.
We did it. Now we're out hunting a dragon. That's what we're doing here. Well, yes.
We're luring a dragon.
What are we?
But we have
What?
to do something we can't get. It's just flying around right now.
No, it's up north. You're way far away from it
I
now.
mean, once we get to it, we have to like lure it in.
Have you seen any dragons?
You're not
out
going
here?
that way, though.
No.
Are you hunting dragons?
You left that thing. No, we're hunting darklings.
Darklings. What are darklings?
They're small little creatures that abhor the light.
Oh, well, there's a fuck ton of them in there.
Really?
They're everywhere. Little shits.
Where?
In the...
Underdark. Upper dark.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, in the mountain.
You can take us to where they are?
Yeah.
Did we see darklings in
Yes. What our last
little
encounter was,
gremlin
right?
bastards.
Oh, okay.
Eating your
There's a
ankles.
reason I'm 7 hit points down.
You're
I
still
believe.
full of their arrows. They're just covered in their arrows.
I'm fine now.
Oh, you find it, huh?
Someone got healed. In your short rest, did you want to use hit dice to heal that?
To heal myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. So you.
So you start heading back the way you came?
Yeah. Wait, how long did we leave?
Like an hour.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I'm at this point too.
Can we just tell them this way, that way?
I mean, I guess they asked. She asked if we could show. She's over there.
Cessia, right?
Ceci.
Cessia. Is she actually in like her wolf form?
Yes.
Despite that, I'm definitely gonna walk up to her and be like, "Nice to see you again."
She
Yeah.
puts out her hand and does the forearm clasp one.
It's been a while since Savron's got to shake hands with somebody.
Inspiration. Call back on an old trope. What's going on is they went through a path through the Upper Dark to get away from Icewind Dale. They were getting to the exit and ran into a whole camp, like an entire settlement of these little creatures that just filled them full of arrows.
That's right.
They ended up having to negotiate with them to go through, but they had to turn off all their lights.
Yeah.
The creatures let them through because they were terrified of them. And they got out, started just traveling south to try to get back into the Sword Coast, and ran into this hunting party of old friend, a werewolf that was with them many sessions ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
In fact, yeah, I'll explain that encounter to them, to Cessia, Kessia. Like, yeah, what do we deal? There's tons of them.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of holes in his armor.
She will explain that normally they're just a nuisance. They're little scavengers and they come out at night, they steal, but something has them now out in force and they're murdering, ambushing, taking possessions, raiding villages.
Really?
Do they
So-
seem organized?
They seem much more organized.
Okay, because
They
maybe
used
they've
to.
eaten the yellow
Yeah.
worm, but that would make them more crazy.
That
Well-
thing is that thing's a week north
Well,
through the
we did
mountains.
hear there's something called a mind flayer below them, so I'm sure maybe that has something to do with it. That sounds like a scary thing than they are. So they're probably just trying to keep away from that. Although, I don't know, that seemed like we were in there for days traveling, so who knows? That place is huge.
He says in one breath.
Yeah. She says that normally they kind of go out and rob and steal just to subsist, but now that it seems they're stealing for someone else. You know, they're taking way more than they need.
Ugh.
Like a raiding party for something.
Yep, something is giving them orders or organizing them, or just
Have they been raiding you?
that's why I'm out here.
Yeah.
I am a protector of our people.
Hey. How are you people? How are the people?
They're all good. They're shocked to see a bunch of Dragonborn up here. For most of them, this is the first time they've ever seen Dragonborn.
Hello. So lightning bolt in the air.
So she's saying that like they seem like they're working for some other entity or whatever, but they don't know like who or what it possibly is.
They don't know. So they're gonna go in there and clear them out.
Huh. Do you know any dragons in this area?
No?
Oh.
That's a good question.
Thanks. Feels good.
Right, so just trying to figure out according to this map, like are we still on the side of the mountain, more or less at this point?
They're still on the side of the mountain, the southern face, heading down. You're pretty much blow it up. Can you blow it up?
This way.
So where it says Raven Rock,
Okay.
you're kind of like there-ish.
I guess guess my question is, where are we trying to go?
Well, we wanted to get back to civilization, and we found it.
Well, sort of, but I don't think we need to go as far as Neverwinter. We don't need to go back there.
All we need is to find a dragon to plunge this into.
Well, no, but part of my plan about taking this path and everything is that there's another piece to the puzzle for this weapon,
Yes.
which is
Quench it.
The sanctify.
Bless
it. Sanctify,
getting it
yeah.
blessed. or
My
whatever.
God.
Do they have to be done in that order?
No.
Okay, cool.
But like,
But you're going to need to do research about where to find.
temples in a city.
Yeah.
Here, cities have
Well,
temples.
Well, if we need research, we should go see the three brothers.
You'll see the three brothers. Neverwinter also has the Tower of Knowledge,
Yeah.
which is a huge library.
so we could go back to Neverwinter.
Three scholars, that's what it is. Will, Rick, and Ty.
From where we're at, we still want to avoid Luskin or
Luskin, yeah, you don't want to go there. Mirabar is not much better, but at least you have.
Mirabar is the mining town.
We'll take our money.
They'll
Probably.
they won't want you around, but you have a letter of introduction. But it's from dwarves to dwarves, and you saw what happened last time you had that as well. They gave you a real warm welcome by telling you to get out of their land.
So basically, what I'm thinking is like some of these situations where like we could probably help Cessia and her people like clear out some of these darklings or try to interrogate one. I don't even know if that's possible. Maybe
I mean, you
they-
negotiated with one. You could probably go in there and talk to him to see what's going on.
They seem to be intimidatable too, so.
in
Yeah, because they ran away from you when you were running at them.
basically in trade for like her showing us like a path that could lead us to
Wherever you need to go.
either Neverwinter like quicker with avoiding Luskin or something, or like I mean I guess we could maybe stop in Colton Grim. We should have friends there, right? They wouldn't. Those dwarves wouldn't shun us. I don't
No, they probably wouldn't. They may not have the research you need, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like at least if we could get to that place, like then we can move on down.
Right.
Like with
That's a good.
avoiding
It's a good
Luskin
place to
and-
stop. You know, you have friends there. It's protected.
So you suggested we help our friends?
Mhm.
I think it's an excellent idea.
Huh?
How did I negotiate with them?
Back into the shitty hole.
You learned that they spoke Elvish,
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
speak Elvish. That's right.
and they told you to turn off your lights, and they'd let you through.
That's right.
Yep.
Forgot about that. I was like, I can't speak their language, but like I did say something in Elvish,
Yeah,
and
they
then
have-
one responded.
And you bartered back and forth about you just want to get through.
Where did you learn Elvish anyway? Did they teach you that back in...
Yeah, dude.
Learned it in school.
Yeah.
They
Well, in
an
school,
they
now
had
gone to
an
school.
Elf foreign exchange student.
It must be cool to be a noble and
So-
educated.
An hour back and
It is,
discussion,
actually.
lots of discussion about what's been going on and about the Darklings and about your time up in the north. You get there and there's the cave entrance. You know that once you get into the cave entrance, you got about 100, 200 feet before you get to the first barricade, the first checkpoint where they have watchmen.
Was the ice was... We met that ice, that river, that frozen river before we encountered the...
Oh yeah, that was days ago.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess I would definitely want to tell Cessia at this point that like. Sorry.
We just got out of here and don't really want to fight all these
And
things.
Dragonborn as far as the eye can see. Yep. All Dragonborn party doing Dragonborn things.
TT2KB.
Boy the dragon.
Well, I would let Cessia know that we kind of avoided these people before. We're not. We'll try to talk to them before anything else happens, as long as.
Maybe just tell her the encounter we had. Or like they've reached a level of organization that now they're negotiable.
Well, yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
like, that's basically what I'd be skinning to her. That like.
If you can find out who's leading them, that's all. That's all we need is cut the head off the serpent.
But
I just want
if that
to.
doesn't work, we'll cut theirs
I don't
heads
think we should
off.
do that.
I just want to make
Yeah.
sure that
I
like
don't think we
we
should.
don't go in there
If
and
they
there
will
are
talk
people
to
who
us,
be like,
attack us.
screw that. Like, where are they at? We're
We
gonna
really
go
did.
talk
We
about
might
They're
not
probably going to
decide.
kill them eventually because they're still thieves and raiders. but they need to find out who's
just in the moment.
Yeah,
they
they
need them to act aggressively. Is
right.
What I'm saying.
They really want to find out who's motivating them to stop that, because that's what makes it bad.
Has it happened yet? Did it go on the screen yet?
Did it go on the screen? Did it go on the screen? I didn't see it.
How many followers do we have?
I don't know how many followers we have. I can't see it here. And that thing's broken.
We're gonna miss it. TTK is like...
He's like, what's going on?
He stopped it completely.
49 counting thing. Nice.
Right.
Did you already hit it? There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Sorry for.
Woo, thank you very much for the follow.
Alright,
So if you're gonna head up there and talk to him, she'll let you go first.
Alright. What did I do last time? I used my thaumaturgy to make my voice boom because we can't see them.
Yeah, if you get too close with the light, they'll shoot you.
Maybe take a softer approach this time since you're trying to like negotiate with them and talk to them. Don't scare them.
I'll hang back.
Hold me back.
Hi guys.
So yeah, I guess I would have to say something stupid like, "Hey."
So you're going in without your light, or with it at dim? Like you can guess regular light, not your
Like-
scepter light.
Yeah, I won't use daylight with my scepter. Like if
Okay.
anything, like have him have light on whatever fucking weapon he's using nowadays.
He can tune up his. He can tune up the platinum wing, so it emits just a little bit of light.
I'd probably put light on his necklace thing or whatever that we usually do,
Mm-hmm.
just so like if he has to sneak ahead, so he can cover it up and all that jazz.
All right. So you go around and thaumaturgy up and
I just kind of know.
boom out.
Because we still technically don't know that they're darklings, right? Like, us as
That's just you've never seen. You don't know what a darkling is, but
They seem to fit
they seem to fit the profile.
Yeah, but
I would probably still refer to them as creatures of the dark.
yeah,
Like I would
Everything-
even call them that probably.
everything down here looks
Um,
dark and twisted and gross. So they might not be the darklings.
Creature of the dark, we come back in peace. We just need to ask you some questions. I guess.
They're all like,
Honestly, I'm saying
call
this-
us creatures.
I'm saying this in Elvish, so
Persuasion.
these guys can't understand me. Yeah, I get to roll. I never get to be the first one to roll.
Can't say that again.
Hells
you used
to
it
fuck
well.
yeah.
Take a 23.
23. All right.
Are we?
What? We are.
He means it.
I don't know.
We're early enough, I think, so he can watch it in Central Time.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
We're in Arizona time, which is
Which is something new every
Pacific time.
time.
It's the same every time.
Well, it's
People
the same.
change
We
around
never
us,
we
yeah.
never change. Yeah.
I guess I had an advantage on that too. But
Wait, are we
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
that's right.
time as Central?
Well,
right
again,
now?
so you get a
Or
natural-
California.
We're the same as California right
Yeah.
now.
Wait, we're never
I
the
did
same
not.
time as
I saw a 0 and I was like, yeah, no.
No.
So I was sticking with a 20.
All right. So yeah, they yell back. What you want? In broken Elvish.
Who do you work for?
Who's your
Oh,
daddy?
okay.
What does he do?
Well, congratulations on the new work.
Oh, hey, new job. Go get him.
Get it
Sweet. Later.
and make that bread.
Pop back on if I can't sleep. Hey.
Can't sleep. Clan will leave me.
Yeah.
Later, Wes. Come back to us.
Can't sleep. Clan
Clan will leave me.
Yeah, don't actually say this.
Okay.
I mean, it's direct.
They're not gonna. Like, I can't ask them to come out of the dark and come talk to us because we have light on and that fucks them up.
No, this might well have to be.
Alright, what? I'll just ask the question, like, what is y'all's purpose here? What is? Yeah. I speak like that, but
It's a nice elven.
What y'all be doing here?
Yeah,
What y'all be doing?
how y'all living?
it's a dialect.
Do you have your light on?
Yeah,
I put a light on your necklace thing again, and he has the weapon.
I thought my necklace glowed infinitely, didn't it?
nope, only when you cast light on it.
Wait, you did have a glowing necklace, though. Or is it,
Every
has it
time
always
it's happened,
been?
it's because
It's always been him casting light on it.
Wow,
I didn't know that.
I didn't do that. I thought you just had this magic necklace.
That's
Like
what I
your
thought
feelings
too.
a day
I'm wearing
to
this
cast
thing
something.
It only has light when he casts light on it.
It's like,
I think
I don't
it's
remember
magic.
stealing this.
This thing always glows when I want it to.
So you asked, what is your purpose here? Oh. We serve the howling darkness, or we get nashed.
I turned to the other guy. Hey, howling darkness. Wait, oh no, speaking Elven, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
You don't understand any of
Yeah.
this.
As far as I know, I'm the only one that understands what they're saying. I don't know what language Ceci and them speak though, so they
Well,
might know.
It's best that you do the
But-
talking anyway.
Yep.
What you mean, Rofresh didn't do the talking because he good at that.
He does have a
Goodness.
20 charisma,
That's true.
but he does get you shot by lightning sometimes.
Hey, one time.
Yeah.
You almost kill the entire party once and everyone's
One time, I almost gonna kill everybody.
I would then just ask, like, what is this howling darkness?
I'm already
speak of?
gone.
It takes us in dreams. Chasm. Big ice chasm. It tells us what to do, what it wants.
At this point, I was skinny
Chasm
this
was the
information to
nickname for your
Cessia.
mother.
Do you know what they're talking about?
An ice chasm. I believe I know the place they speak of. It is a cursed place, and none of my people go there. You actually see, like, when you mention it, when she says it out loud, they kind of like all fidget, and like some of them take a step back. But it hasn't been active for decades.
They measure years and decades here.
So by cursed and whatnot, would like
You should have seen how old that forge was.
It used to go to a place that was revered by our people. This cliff that we went to for some of our ceremonies. But then an entire druidic party that went up there once never returned, and all the heroes we sent to find out what was going on suffered a similar fate.
Well, we can't have that.
that's not. That doesn't sound great.
Now we know. Let's go find the dragon.
Might be a dragon. They like to howl. Don't the dragons howl, do they? I've never seen a dragon. Except for the one that's been chasing
Like,
James.
when we
And
talked
then the other one that was chasing
we
us.
talked
Except for the two I have seen.
and even the drake that we kind of confused at first for it.
I love that you all like, dragon! No, just a drake.
Just flattered for a bit, like.
Do go on.
I'd ask Cessia at this point, like, so this is what these creatures are working for, or scared of enough that that's why they're doing the things they're doing. Like, is that the information you need to know? Like,
Ask them if because you skinnied everything they said, right?
right.
Ask them if we make the dreams go away, if they'll stop hounding our people.
Okay, I'll do that.
Re-skinny.
Yeah, they eagerly reply in the positive to that. Yes, yes, bad dreams go away.
That's sort of positive. What do they say?
Oh, I was getting back to her.
Ah! I'm learning
I'm the
Elvish.
Right.
middleman.
Am I getting any insight into this conversation?
Well, I wouldn't want to ask this of you.
You
but,
don't have to. Let's go kill an evil thing.
well, then I will show you to the ice chasm.
And doing this means that you could show us. I don't know if I bartered with that earlier. I said it out loud.
Oh, it's like absolutely. I'll take you. Like I owe you my life. I'll take you as far as you need to go.
Got us to Neverwinter.
At this point, I think settle on it's okay. We make it to Gauntlgrim, like we can figure shit out from there.
Yeah.
Everyone's good with that idea.
That's fine.
Yeah.
This is good.
All right, you guys head out from the cave and start. She tells her hunting party to stay there. They're going to watch the cave until daylight to make sure these things don't try to come out and mess with their village while they're all gone.
Yeah.
And it's just her leading you, and you kind of go. You start skirting, more east around the mountain. You kind of go up a ways, and you eventually get to literally just is a chasm. There's a pathway up the rock, and then the rock splits, and there's just ice on either side, and a cold, fierce wind is coming out of there. Like, there's not even snow for a while. Like, something, like, this thing goes through to somewhere that's catching a lot of wind.
Would you say it's howling?
It is almost howling when you get up close to it.
Dragon.
All the way over there. I was
Dragons howl.
Rofus was going to ask. I was going to ask. Like, so did you ever get more trouble from those hunters that we kept scattering?
Killed them all.
There was one we left alive.
The leader.
I thought the leader ran away.
Did he get away at the
gate? He came
gate?
back at us at the gate.
I thought you killed him. Yasa fireballed them all, and they all died.
Right.
Yeah, there was no more hunters.
That's right.
I asked rhetorically.
Some of those left.
Yeah.
So, it's there. It is
Yeah.
in front of you.
Does it look like navigable?
Yeah, it's at the entrance. It's only about 6 foot wide, navigable.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's only about 6 foot wide, but it doesn't seem like it gets any thinner. It looks like it opens up inside a little bit.
Okay.
Again, like this is on the side of the mountain. Like it's a chasm, so it's open topped. It's not a cave. So this is just a sheer hallway through a mountain, pretty much. Not directly in, kind of just skirting the side of the mountain.
What does it smell like?
It smells like ice, like cold.
Ooh.
Love it.
Yeah, a bit too fresh.
It is, yeah. It's biting wind.
Yeah.
He doesn't care, but
Yeah.
you guys.
Fucking Saffron.
It's like there are many superstitions about this place.
Oh.
And I feel that whatever is in here hates our people the most.
Really?
And maybe it is
You think you should stay
destiny that folk from another land are here. Maybe you will succeed where so many of my kin have failed. But without trying to sound that I am afraid, because I am not, and I will follow you anywhere.
back? No one would suggest that.
But it might be best if I do not accompany you in there, as the spirits may be angry with the Uthgardi in particular. They may come
Right.
after me.
No, yeah. Well, I'm sure you can take care of yourself back here. We can handle that. You're probably right about the destiny thing. We should all by rights be all dead, but we keep kicking and kicking things down. So it's probably destiny. I feel good about it.
I will wait here for you.
You're not going to hell.
That's what you just said.
I know.
I mean, she said she'll go with you if you want.
Yeah. No,
But
no.
this thing, whatever is in here, killed the druids that were
That's
up there
right,
doing the rituals
Let's
and
see
killed
drugs first,
every
so,
other
You're not
Uthgardi.
going to even do any of the heavy lifting.
So it may be that if she goes in there, it triggers what's wrong. Like the spirits in
Yeah.
there may just be angry with the Uthgardi people for whatever they were doing up there.
Well, if that is true, how do we know if you don't come?
Well, no, they don't do that.
I'm not saying not to suggest that she should come, but like Rufus is having a think.
Good for you, buddy. If you could just stride through this to the end and kill the Howling Darkness, then just do that. Why would you risk it?
Does
Easterrock's kind of like, why are we risking it? Howling dark.
Cecia have any information we should know about traversing down to this chasm or anything like that?
It's just all I know is that it starts here, It used to be a rite of passage for druids, young druids, and that it ends on a secluded cliff. Like you'll be an overlook.
Oh yeah, so she's a werewolf, druid stuff. Yeah, that could be. That actually it sounds like the probably could be bad for it. Not that Rofas knows anything about this kind of stuff.
So,
well,
heading in the cavern.
Yeah.
The chasm.
Should we go shining in or should we go sneaking in?
There's no sneaking for you, but
Well, there's this guy.
you may want to send him up ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's see that thing where we send.
Zero next up
So
there.
next, like, I guess I'm going first.
You've never seen me sneak. I could be quite good at it.
All right, let's sneak up in.
Are you full blasting lights going in here?
Yeah. Unless you
I'm
say
wondering
no.
if I'm going to go up ahead, just probably turn it off a little bit.
No.
hate
They
the
need
lights.
light.
Good.
You could go up far enough that
This
you're
is
out
a
of it.
chasm, though, right? Like
Yeah.
we're going deep into a cave.
You're not going into a cave. This is all open topped.
Oh, okay.
This is like a hallway.
Perfect. All
Yeah,
right.
it's basically like a crack in the mountain that opened up, and you'll quickly realize as you head in, like, so there's parts of it where it's just just two sheer walls that go up and up and up on either side of you, but it goes for a ways, and then the chasm opens up a little bit more, and there's drop-offs. So the chasm continues down on one side, and you're on like a ledge, and the ledge switches back from left to right sometimes. So you always generally have a wall that's attached to the ground you're stepping on, but sometimes there's a drop-off deeper into the chasm on your left or your right. And it's also very snowy and icy
It's just me
inside.
going in there, right?
What is it?
Well, everyone's going in, but
okay.
they're following you.
Gotcha.
But so, is it actually like dark or is it
The
just?
top is open.
It is not yet morning, but it's getting there. So it is dark because it's nighttime.
Okay.
But there is some moonlight that comes in, not enough that you would want to risk your footing in here.
Well, I'll get the beans.
Ching, 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 ching. You want to climb up the ice?
Climb down.
Why are you climbing down?
Isn't that where?
Yeah, just follow the path.
Oh shit.
So as we walk, some parts the ice goes behind pieces like that,
Yeah.
but it's always connected to.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like, chasm is a hallway
Yeah,
in rock,
Yeah.
open
But
top.
sometimes the floor breaks away and falls for a while.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but like sometimes this hallway, this crack that's in the rock, continues on to your left or on your right, depending. But the wall's always kind of there.
So we just go at a careful speed.
Yep.
Keep going.
All right, you will need to make me a stealth if you're trying to go quietly. If you're going in dim light of their lighting, you're going to need to also make some checks about footing and things like that.
All right, so I got a 7.
So first 7. Remember, you do it with advantage.
Oh,
Like your boots or whatever.
make it 21 then.
Okay. 21 with
Go
stealth.
with that.
If you are in the dim light or even darker, you need to make me a acrobatics to keep your balance and footing.
14.
Okay, you're doing pretty good. And perception as you're checking out the place up there. Roll.
If you fail
16.
any of these, you die.
I know, right?
Oh, advantage for you for championing, coming in here and letting Cessia stay behind.
Yeah.
Advantage or inspiration.
Oh, sorry, inspiration.
I knew.
I was just making sure like advantage on that.
Yeah. Oh, what's wrong?
So what'd you get on the perception?
16.
Okay. You're coming up to a place where you have wall on both sides. It's actually fairly wide in here. You got about 10 foot wide, but the floor is completely iced. So you're making your way across it carefully, and the wind that's coming through here kind of blowing the snow drift back and forth. And you notice that there's like cracks, like little micro cracks in the ice here and there. But there's a place where the cracks don't line up. They almost like just stop and then start somewhere else.
Like something invisible is jumping around, breaking it.
No, the cracks start moving, but it's like you see a crack in the ice like this, and then it just hits a part where it doesn't line up. It just stops.
It's another one.
And then there's like that ice has cracks, but they're not lining up with any of the other cracks that you're seeing through the snow drifts.
Does it look like it's going to be like collapsible? Like if I step on it, we'll be able to support my weight.
Don't know.
Find out.
Yeah, right. Throw my Onyx Charger on it.
Well, there goes your charger.
Yeah, right. Well, can I test it? Is there anything?
You gonna like lean down and put your hand on it?
Yeah.
Like goes right through. There's nothing there.
So the crack's not. So there's not even ice there.
Yeah, it's
It's
you see
invisible.
you see your hand going right through the ice like it's not there.
Jeez, into a crack.
No, into nothing. Like
Like
there's
this
ice there.
This cracked piece. If I touch that cracked piece, my hand goes through it.
Yeah.
Is it on the floor or the wall?
Floor.
The floor. So if you had stepped on that,
Yeah.
Yeah. There is nothing there. It's an illusion.
Does it look like there's ways around cracks? And stuff?
I mean, it's not cracks. It's the entire
100%.
sheet is illusion.
Oh, the sheet
Yeah.
is illusion. Oh.
So you're putting your like.
You'll have to come back and tell these guys about that. Be like, hey,
Yeah, eventually they
Yeah.
come upon you as you're like down there, like you go,
What are
and
you
it's left to right the entire width of the chasm. There is illusory floor.
if I stick my head into the illusion, will I be able to see what's beneath it or around it?
How far do you stick it down? Like just an inch, 3 inches?
good luck, buddy.
Like I mean, you have a snout, so I mean, like
I'm gonna
you're sticking that
dip
through
to
away.
my eye. Yeah.
If you dip to your eye, you're just looking at white. You're just seeing the inside of the illusion. So you have to stick it past that. You see him just sticking his head through the floor.
Is he drunk? What is he playing this stuff? Oh, right.
You see it going through though. Like, why would I be drunk? You're like, am I drunk?
It's dark.
His
It's
face-
dark.
His face just went in.
No, it's light. You walked up on him.
Yeah.
With your- So you're gonna keep sticking your head through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Inquisitive.
Man,
I'm gonna get a hand ready
I'm
to.
glad
just
this
to-
wasn't a different type of trap because
I'm gonna have my hand ready to
Slowly
slowly
press your forehead.
so you look under and down there is basically like the floor just kind of cuts down and there's a chute, almost a slide down into jagged rock wall. It's about a 30-foot slide that just slams you into a jagged rock wall, and you see that it's about 10 feet wide, this opening.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're looking down and you can see the other wall, like the other side over there.
Yeah.
So you know you need to get at least 10 feet that way over this pit.
So now that I've stupidly placed my head into the trap, I'll skinny that to these guys.
Yeah. So yeah, like
The hole
you know,
seems to be 10 feet across.
Oh,
slams
all
down
right.
there, and there's a big 10-foot gap with an illusory floor of ice there.
well, I could lay down the lance. We can tighten.
Tightrope walk around.
Can I also float us?
If you want her to waste all her spells.
Yeah. If there's another way, I know I suggested that before, but like this looks like we're probably
How
gonna
far
fight
can
something
we jump?
crazy.
You can jump pretty much with a average difficulty athletics check. You'd be able to jump it, but it is ice, so you'd have disadvantage unless you can figure out some way to negate
And
that.
if you fail, you fall into a chute and get rocketed away from the rest of us, and we have to find a way to come down there and get you.
There is that.
This is probably not the best idea for me. It's like, so if we all jumped and succeeded, we'd be fine. But if we failed, one of us is probably dying.
What it,
So
there's
we
no-
have rope. Let's just tie a line with us and.
should be able to peek in the side of the wall, put a rope around it, hang from it, another one, rope, another one. It'd take forever.
And then you'd have a little,
Mm-hmm.
walk across.
Yeah.
And can we? I'm sure like there should just be like loose like rocks or like a piece of ice or something. That I just want to make sure like we could throw it across and make sure that that's a solid landing.
Oh,
Yep.
Good idea.
I know you seen it as a
There's
solid
an invisible
landing.
wall of force on the other side. You
Yeah,
lunge up.
exactly. Yeah.
That'd be the best trap ever.
Super Mario Bros. Like the hardest levels ever.
Yeah.
Things where they
Sure, I would just think logically, like if
No,
we're already
yeah.
seeing an illusion that's not there, like how do we know like it's only 10 feet and it's for sure solid?
Yeah.
You throw a piece of ice 12 feet across and it lands.
So make sure. Before we go doing anything, we're like, oh no, it's a bigger gap. Fuck it.
We messed up.
That was also Alright.
I blame you.
Shall I get to work or are we feeling jumpy?
Oh, you're doing it. Go for it.
We feeling happy.
Oh.
We're not jumping.
Yeah, you are in a lot of heavy armor. You probably shouldn't be the one creating the rope line.
Oh. Just used to do the lifting right here. Yeah, please. Here. Take my Titans.
I said two
Maybe
crew.
the agile
Athletics.
one should do it.
Dang it. I'm not athletic though. 6.
I'm pretty athletic. I catch them.
Sure it's not acrobatics?
It's not acrobatics, unfortunately.
This is literally like hanging from a rope and like driving stuff in.
A 6, so
Total?
yeah. Total, right? Would you roll a 2?
Yeah.
No inspiration? Okay.
Unless you count last game's inspiration.
Athletics is based off strength.
Yes,
so
it
that's
is.
why I like it.
Oh, I know what it was.
Oh boy.
I'm not very strong.
I'll play some shoots and ladders.
So you're,
At least I still have a rope that you guys are holding on to, correct?
so you hammer in, Python, you
No,
wrap the rope
6. around
it, and then like you take the next plane, you're like getting it in there. You're about 3 over. You're 5 foot over. You're right in the middle, and you're trying to get the Python set so you can start hammering it. And you're hanging off this one when this one just gives way, and you go swooping down. Strength check for you to keep him.
I would say if anybody
Keep him
rope
up.
for you would be row for us, so hopefully he doesn't
So
say.
check, not save.
Correct.
So, okay. It's going to be a 20.
All right. So you only, you just swing 5 feet and shoulder into the wall underneath the illusory floor.
Oh, very funny,
Oof.
Dunax. Let's be serious.
I meant to do that.
Pull him back up.
I climb as he drags. You can't eliminate the time it's taking forever.
Why'd you get so heavy? You're such a little bud.
Not that small, same size as you. Aren't they? No, maybe that's better.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you're not
your
as
strength, you got a 10, right? Or 11? Come on. He's got a 20.
I got a 13.
Ooh.
Eat 5 dozen eggs every
Yeah.
day just to get large.
So you're going to go at it again?
I mean, if that's an option, I think it's still the best.
Yep.
Yeah, like I don't have any other ideas, so.
I'm a pretty good climber. You sure you got this?
I'll try it one more time, then you do it.
Okay.
When do you become a pretty good climber?
He's got athletics.
Yeah.
And a 20 strength.
13.
His problem is his armor. He imposed disadvantage.
I mean, you could take it
Doing
off.
this kind of sideways climbing and hammering and all that. He could take it off. What'd you get?
13.
That'll get it. I mean, it's just a 10.
Oh, okay.
He makes
a 6 is the only thing could have
Yeah, he
finished.
makes a little rope like hang across,
Nice work.
so everyone can roll athletics with advantage to get across.
Yeah,
Are you
right.
taking any other measures, or are people just
I mean,
hand over
obviously, I
hand
think I
on
would
the
have,
rope?
after him having to catch me the first time and thinking that we could do it later, I'd rather Pete in the floor, put the rope around, and then do the same thing on the other side, so now it becomes a stable thing that no one has to hold.
Let me go between you and Ayasa, just so it let me be close. So if you slip, I can try to catch you.
You should definitely go one at a time.
I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't think we're going
Yeah.
multiple people at a time here. It's
The rope wouldn't, the Petons wouldn't support the weight of
So
all
I
3 of you on
assumed
it.
You did an efficient job. You didn't put the wall anchors in with the pittons on, no? Yeah. All right.
Fuck you! I'm only 10 feet away, but I'm trying to get
so we
it.
don't have advantage on these.
You all have advantage. Is who's going first?
But he's already made it across.
He's already made it across.
I mean, it's only from like here to the light switch. That's
Right.
like 10 feet.
I think Rofrost would be next.
Okay.
You think I should go last?
No.
Go out. Okay.
Okay.
Want to
You
see if your heavy
are-
ass can get across first before.
Because of your weight and the armor, you have advantage and disadvantage. So roll regularly.
See, this is why.
Regularly, it's really awkward with this.
You have
giant-
athletics,
with
don't
this, Yeah. Got the big. We got the what are it? Platinum wing.
platinum.
It's kind of awkward with this as well.
You're still holding it.
Probably.
I can't put it.
You probably put a leather, sling on it by now, bottom to end of half, so you can
Well,
sling it over your
I
shoulder.
guess someone with intelligence probably shows.
It's going to be an 18.
Yep, you make it across. All right, who's next?
Oh, yeah, that's a good climber.
I'll have a y'all think of next. I don't know why I would make her go last.
She
She's like standing back.
barely makes it.
This is athletics with advantage, right?
Yeah.
I'm not, because I'm not as heavy as him.
No,
right?
you're
So
not
I'm
as
good.
You're not as encumbered with all the armor. and
That
jazz.
one didn't happen. And then roll the same thing. 9.
What?
9,
You
huh?
want to make us climb down the chute?
I'm gonna have advantage. I guess I could use inspiration to save that.
No, that gives you advantage, so you can't get another advantage.
Yeah. I'm screwed, boys.
Love it.
All right.
Oh,
Let's go.
He goes
Sour
like
Rob is
you're going
"I got
across.
the
You're in scale mail. You have your shield on your back. You have the scepter on your back. You're going across. You're going across, and you just get to a point like where you're holding yourself up, and it just slips out of your hand. Like you miss the rail. You miss the next grab. Go down. Let go, and you just see him go. And his head disappears.
See,
She feather falls you.
yeah. Fuck yeah. I was.
And you go slowly sliding down the ice chute.
I'm gonna grab the rope and just rip it out with those pikes as best I can and try to toss it.
Strength. Strength check.
It's like pulling the beans up.
Well, he needs rope.
Yeah.
I'll use my inspiration because
Because
Paladin rolled a 3.
unless I wanted to be the new prince.
the rope is so.
Much better.
That's better. That's gonna be 24.
Yeah, you just. All of a sudden, there's Peaton's like coming down as you're floating down there, and then
So you're actually standing at the hole speed.
then this rope comes down.
I grabbed it.
I start pulling him up. And it says, creatures flying.
Yeah, does featherfall make you lighter when you're being pulled?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes in this case.
It's like
So as long as you don't touch the ground, but you haven't got there yet, because you just snapped that so fast, the spell hasn't ended.
Does he make another strength check though? Regardless?
No, you just once you grab a hold of it and you feel the resistance, you go like this, and you go, woo, just
This is why I think
float
I
out
was
of it.
confused. Like, you seem so heavy. Everyone else is so light.
and you
So
go
it makes your next
floating up
question.
and land on the side of the
Floating over
chasm or the pit.
Yay.
So now you're on the other side of the pit.
That was easy, guys.
Yeah. 2 failed rolls that we got out of.
That was almost a very awkward letter home.
I guess I'll scout ahead a little bit. You guys stay behind.
Hit perception.
Watch out for fake floors.
Oops. 14.
You head ahead. You see that there is a branch. There's like a cave or a crevasse in the chasm that goes off into the darkness. And ahead, if you just pass that, you look in, you check it. It doesn't seem to be traps or anything.
Just past that, there's a head.
It's just that, and then there's a head just sitting there. Past that, the chasm opens up on the right-hand side, so there's just a ledge, and that ledge gets down to about 2 feet, and then there's just a drop off into deeper, darker chasm, and the ice is built up in a way that the 2-foot pathway you have is slanted with ice.
I mean, couldn't I hang off of it and
You want to just drop off the side and go
easier than keeping your foot.
90 feet hand over hand in the ice?
And then I can't see where that leads, really.
Yeah, that just goes
Around the corner.
around the bend this way, and you lose sight of. And you don't even know how long this is going to be. How
Yeah,
long you're going to have to
totally.
be that
So I'll
tiny
wait for
ledge.
these guys to catch up and see the cave.
You guys see that chasm off to the side. You see a hole.
It pinches off with that? I got a little confused with
So
that.
you off to one direction, there's the cave, like, and
Yeah.
it goes deeper
Yeah.
in.
There's a cave
Or
off to the left.
There's this little 2-foot slanted thing that kind of goes off in the corners around to drop off into the distance a little bit.
Yeah. So imagine there's. Forget being in a chasm for a second. Just
Yeah.
imagine you're on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
and you're like all those movies where it's just a little tiny ledge, right? And that's it. There's a 2-foot ledge that's built up with ice that's slanted towards the ledge. So, and that's a drop off. Now just put a wall somewhere over there. And that's all it is. Like you just fall deeper into this chasm, but you only have this little ledge. But a little ways back, like 20 feet back, there's a hole in the wall, essentially a doorway that goes into a cave somewhere.
I think we should take this small path.
The what?
No, I'm just kidding.
Because you don't even know if that goes, like, if that meets up back with the path, that could just go into the mountain somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, we could say the same thing for the chasm too, though. Like, we don't really know if it's going to lead us back.
Well, the chasm path is the path to go. That's taking you towards the
No, I'm not saying
cliff.
that we're not going that way.
But
Try to get across a little small path.
yeah,
Well, we could try. I might survive.
Yeah, did you just see what happened when we tried to cross? We had rope and everything.
I was like, yeah, you got that rope again? Because I might need it.
I lost my pitons. You didn't have a gravity over there falling on you. By the way, also, I give her a big old shake of the shoulder. Nice job with the magic.
Ayasa is going to simplify this a little bit and use her control flames to create fire and start melting the ice along the pathway.
Whoa! I forget you can do that. Remember you throwing little fire bolts at that frozen river, it was like...
So she melts the ice, so now you have a wet but more flat 2-foot ledge over a chasm.
Can you solidify that a bit, my lord?
What, make it ice again?
Well, now it's a slippery, wet ice.
Well, it's not.
No,
it's water.
Okay.
Would you rather have ice or water?
Right.
Let's roll for it.
Good question, yeah.
Wait. What do you mean it's water?
It's just like slick. It's melted. It's
Okay,
just, there's just water
There's
on
water. It would go
Like
fall
the
right
ground
fuck
isn't,
down.
the
Some
ground
of
isn't
it,
necessarily
but it stays
ice
wet.
everywhere here.
Most of it will fall off the side, but it still has that thin layer of water there.
So our choice is trying to shimmy around,
There you go.
Shaken or stirred.
shimmy around this little 2-foot thing, like,
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
or take this fucking
cave and see where it goes.
I also made it simple. We can make it.
Yeah,
The
that's
2-foot path is perfect. I'm
Shimmy.
just kidding. Don't do that. It's up to you.
Yeah,
Man.
yes, yeah.
You're the boss. I'm down to see where it goes, but
Let's shimmy.
Shimmy, okay. This is acrobatics
Yeah.
for balance.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
What?
I thought we were going to be doing athletics.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck my
do
entire
you, want me
fucking life.
do you want me to go first?
Of course.
I got a 25.
Rofas is feeling a little daunted all of a sudden.
I thought you were undaunted. Undauntable.
I was undaunted. Now,
What'd you get?
now that it's ceased to
25.
be.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, this
you're traversing it easily.
Bro.
Yasa will go.
Yeah, let's do it. No problem.
She got a 15. She's proficient in acrobatics. So
Dope.
she goes.
Well, if you guys could do it,
Who's next?
I'll do it. I'll show you the way.
I do think it's
I love that I go last.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't leave Sabroth behind.
What does it matter if he falls down the pit if which side I'm on? I'm gonna jump in no matter what ledge it is.
I do think it's funny, like, dealing with players that have never played before, but you have no excuse. But when people go over like a pit together or climbing and stuff like that,
We do it together, don't we?
you tie yourselves together.
with the rope and
Oh, I
stuff.
still have the rope.
Yeah, but I'm gone. I'm way ahead.
Yeah, he's already gone. She's already gone. Do you two want to tie yourselves together?
Come on. I don't want another repeat.
I don't know.
We're gonna make you snug. No, I'm not taking your smut. Your smut. I'm not taking no for an answer this time.
Are you rolling to tie Sabroth?
Yeah. Not,
Yeah.
Huh? What
TPK.
Yeah.
Oh, we had one of
jinx
those.
us.
Yeah.
All right. I have the button ready.
Wait,
I have the
are you?
button ready.
Did you forcefully tie us together? Is that what you just said, or what?
I mean, are you resisting? I'm saying like, this is how we're gonna do this. I'm not gonna have you
No,
fall.
I probably wouldn't, given my last experience where I almost fell down the goddamn.
Yeah, this is military override. We're
So I'd be
doing.
like, yo,
All
what's
right.
a good idea?
All right, now just follow my lead. Yep, that's what I
That's
thought.
a double-digit number.
That's a 7 altogether.
Okay.
Are you
Yep.
fucking
that's-
kidding me?
Does the
That's a
rope
fail.
help?
Nope, that doesn't help
use
at
your
all.
great strength to keep
Do I
you from
even
falling.
need to roll, or am I just?
You're not even on the
Uh,
ledge yet. You're just catching him as he falls off the
Now,
ledge.
you are on the ledge, so you're going to need to roll as well if you're going with him since you're tied together. So I need to know if you succeed as well.
Are you sure that I'm not like on the bigger ledge, while you're on the smaller ledge?
And this happens about 10 feet in.
Fuck.
So
Just
So
use
I have
your
to make-
mighty strength.
I have to
make my
Acrobatics.
The
acrobatics
strength of-
roll, and if I succeed that, I have to make like a strength check to like not fall with them.
Oh, we'll see.
Catch him. What's about to happen?
You're gonna fail it.
Is that a natural one?
No.
No, but it's not good. 4.
4?
I better use this inspiration.
Okay.
The rope, it does nothing.
It's a little better. 15.
15. Okay, 15 succeeds.
My entire
He's like going, and he's like gets to one place where there's just a little jut in the wall. He's like, and you're like, I'm just gonna, push past it. And it goes, bloop, just gives that little hip check, and you, whoop, and he falls, and he goes, feather fall,
Grab onto the flapping wing.
and you just like, he's light as a feather, hold it hanging off your belt.
Oh wait, you can just keep
And
going.
you're
She
like,
cast it again, or is that like it's
she cast
still
it again.
in the
Yeah.
it's like still
If someone
effect?
falls within 60 feet of her, she can.
Yeah, she's using her spell slots though.
She's using her. Yeah. So you can
That's why I
just.
was asking, like,
skirt,
you retain feather fall for like an hour or something like that.
Yeah. So you can skirt across and then drag
pull
him
him
up
up.
on the other side. So, yeah. Just eating up those spell slots. So you get
Better
around.
that than
Yeah,
our
Frost or
party
not.
slots.
You get around and the thing, then just dying. You get around and it closes back up and you have more even ground now.
I
and
thought you were saying
going
like closes back up like the walls come down.
Oh, just ends.
Goes
It
nowhere.
just ends. It just doesn't go anywhere. That was it.
Turn around, guys. No.
All right. Last. Blast. So it goes again. You're still traveling up this chasm. It's circling around this mountain essentially, and it heads up pretty steeply. You're almost like you're reaching out and stabilizing yourself with your hands, and then it kind of opens up. Still chasm, still a thing, but full ground to a big ass room. And this, like as you're climbing up, you can hear the wind getting louder and louder and louder. And as you get to the top, this place, this channel, this room is just wind is coming through it really hard, and it's going out and across the mountain, top to the side. But to climb in here, you're going to get blasted in the face by a really heavy wind.
Like getting blasted in the face.
So
Ooh,
your first.
That was cool.
So I can see that it's just an open room.
Yeah, like you're climbing up and you're kind of like looking, and it's just like, but yeah, you can see it. It goes through and eventually cuts around a corner. You hope the wind will this room just seems to be like that one pocket where it gets super powerful.
Does the floor touch the walls all the way
Yep.
around? Yeah, so something. I don't know if I just want to walk in there.
Let me do it.
You're heavier.
Most likely to get blown away.
Is that strong? Let's find out. All right, we'll go.
So
Got the-
you shimmy down to the side and let him up.
Fucking-
Are you going to try standing or are you going to try crawling?
How
Can you
is
detect?
this
Can you
wind that crazy?
Yes.
somebody detect magic first and see if this is wind or if this is something we can stop or investigate?
Yeah.
I'd ask the wizard.
You doing that?
Sure.
Okay. There is a magical effect in this room. It's enchantment.
Can you tell where the enchantment is coming from?
I'll crawl.
Okay. Athletic check with advantage.
I don't think so. Right.
No, you don't see a source. It's pretty just prevalent everywhere around you in the room.
And 12.
24.
Okay. You can crawl pretty easily. The wind is super chilling. It is biting, and it is like your metal armor, even when you're wrapped up in your furs and your winter clothes, your metal armor is dropping in temperature really fast.
I think I'm going to die up here.
And as you're going through, you're like, oh, I just have to get to the other side, I'll be fine. And it's like that howling turns a little bit, like the further you go, it's like...
It's a gauntlet.
Starts to turn into a...
Inspiration for cave sounds.
Thank you. And you're going to need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. That should be good. Oh shit, I'm proficient in it.
You have a plus ridiculous amounts.
20.
Okay. You feel yourself getting like the cold getting into you, but you also feel like that noise is getting into your head, and it's like you almost go into like highway stare, and you almost just wanted to lay down and go to sleep for a second, and you shook it off and it kept going. But you can crawl all the way to the other side if you want to keep going, and once you get out the other side, the chasm quickly takes a left, and the wind stops once you do that. It looks like it's kind of coming in from the top and going right through this cave and out. Like right through this, it's like pocket building up in this thing and coming out. So once you got through the other side and it goes this, you're out.
Okay.
So anything he can do, I can do better. I'm just kidding.
Sounds like Xerox is next.
Yeah. Because I'm mad that I didn't go first, but let's do it.
All right.
I'll call
Crawling
out the
or
others.
walking?
Crawling.
Did I feel? Okay.
Yeah, you know something was
Yeah.
trying to put you to sleep in that room.
Yeah. There's magic afoot.
I was like, honestly,
Some sort of drowsy effect.
I mean, I know that there's magic, but you would skinny like what?
Yeah. I told you it made me drowsy.
If you're crawling, it's with advantage.
Alright.
I'm gonna stay close as I can to like for the next person in case they fall asleep. I can just.
Yeah, you're up looking around into the room, watching his progress.
Oh damn.
It would be 23.
Okay, about halfway through, again, that howling gets in your head. You need to make a wisdom saving throw, but you get +5 from him.
On top of what I already get?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because he is a paladin,
So
and he's
13.
ridiculous.
I'm so sure.
You're crawling, you're like, I just need to just lay down for a second.
Oh, damn
And
it.
you see he stops. You are taking...
Uh-oh.
9 cold damage.
Go back out there and get him. Yeah.
You head back out. I'm not going to have you remake the athletic save, but you're going to have to remake the wisdom saving.
Safe,
throw.
okay.
Uh-oh.
You can pick it with that.
Pretty soon it's just
Everyone,
gonna be
you're all just a cuddle puddle, all sleepy in the middle of this chamber, freezing to death.
Might be. Well, that's going to be. Oh, it's still +9, so 15.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
So you go out there and grab him. Are you going to try to wake him up, or are you going to try to drag him?
Let's drag him.
Athletics.
Oh, you heavy bastard. 18 + 7.
Yeah, you drag him
I
back
weigh
up to the
nothing.
safety.
He basically tossed me on the side.
Slaps you awake.
I take a skill real quick before I wake him up. No.
The one thing about this room, like you can feel your scale now. It's super cold on your face or wherever you guys have it. Sending Yasa next. All right.
This is the wrong
Yeah, I'm
order.
a little
We're
weird
in the
about-
wrong order.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any kind of like anti-wind
She rolled
spells.
an 18, 19, 20. She got a 20. Not natural. But let's see
Unnatural
about
20.
her wisdom. Oh, damn.
She's gonna have decent wisdom.
Yeah, she has a +7, +5 from him. So she has a +12
Yeah.
on this.
Don't roll a 1.
She rolled a 12. She got a 24, so she just
Okay.
whatevs. Whatevs right past this.
Looks he's too sleepy.
What's the first check?
She should have put on like fire armor.
Athletics.
That's what she should have
Athletics
done.
first.
Athletics first with advantage if you're crawling.
Okay, but
Dink. Knock it over. That's good. Are you crawling?
I am crawling.
Will you get advantage?
Thank God, because that's a 15.
All right. Now a wisdom saving throw +5 from your paladin.
So it's a plus 13 overall.
Jesus.
It'd be hard for me to fuck
Don't roll
this
one.
one up.
Did you roll a 1?
Natural 1.
Yes!
Jesus.
It'd be hard for me to fuck this up.
Bam!
And
He finds the
Do you have
cold actually
inspiration?
codes.
Do you have inspiration?
No, I used it to get across the fucking shimmy.
You take 6 damage.
Oh.
He falls asleep.
This is cold as this or something.
Oh, you take
3.
3. Thanks for reminding me.
Bitch.
Inspiration.
Yeah, right. Good call.
You heading back out there?
Yep.
All right, wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
God, I hope you don't pass out.
How?
Actually, before I go,
Plus 13.
Right?
yeah, that's wild.
And you need a 15.
Before I go, if I
So you got a
go to sleep,
14. The only
throw a
roll
rock
you
at
can
me.
get.
Tie this rope to your belt. So if you fall asleep, I can drag you back and you can try again.
I don't fall asleep, but if you insist, I'm real frosted.
Yeah, immediately.
What'd you get?
Yep. 3 plus 9, so 12.
You want to use your inspiration that you just got?
If I fail with a 14.
I gotta get him. Yeah, I'll use my inspiration.
The inspiration, the meta currency tango.
Much better.
Yeah, that's
77.
gonna be. That's an 77. Why did I look like really? That's gonna be a 20.
Yeah.
77.
Athletics to drag it back.
Yeah.
Does he get advantage because I had the rope on him?
18.
He
Doesn't need
he
it.
doesn't really need
I
it.
pulled you a bit.
Yeah. So you pull him through the cavern. You guys get around the corner, and he wakes you up.
Like, I was hearing this whole time, like, wisdom saving throw. Like,
What?
I was like, that's not even gonna phase me.
It's kind of scary to think that no matter what we do, there's a 1 in 20 chance we utterly fuck up.
Well, I just like that all of us are.
And that's
bad
not
at
a real rule, by the way.
Oh, critical fail?
Yeah,
I
it's
just
just
like-
something that we always use in our games. I always use it. I like it too.
I like that we're all good at different things, but we all suck at like 1 or 2 things. So.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check. So
A lot of no.
As we're all waking up, so you know, another thing about it, I'm pretty glad Cassie didn't come and see all that.
All right. This
Shit, we have to go back there eventually, don't we?
Unless this opens in another
Yeah.
side.
this chasm wins its way up, a ways. Then it opens up, and you see light ahead because you know it's morning. You're not getting sun directly, but you can see that it's nice kind of grayish light up ahead and above you. But it looks like this thing is going to open up and out onto a cliff, like you're going to walk up out onto a what's it called in
Foothill?
Lion King?
Oh,
The
Lion
rock.
King? Pride Rock?
Pride Rock.
Yeah.
Like you're basically walking out, and like this is the only path to get to this like thing that an overhang, an overlook that looks out down the mountain. Like you're the only way to get to this cliff face is from that chasm. That chasm goes up to it and opens out onto it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't catch that either. He's like, oh, Pride Rock. I'm like, oh, I was kind of frustrated. I'm like, I don't know the name of that single geometric or geological formation.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it sticks out like, what's the word for the thing?
yeah,
Pride
yeah.
Rock is. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
fucking know. Stratium. Like, what is this?
Lithium, yeah.
Yeah, right.
But there's some interesting features before you get there. So in the ice that's all along the walls on both sides of the chasm, before it lets out and opens up, skulls are placed into the ice, so that they've been set there, melted, and let come back, like the ice to seal them in. So there's all these skulls looking at you, and in front of you on the ground as well. They're embedded in the ice in a circle as it releases. Then beyond that, in the ice, bones, other bones, rib bones, femurs, Ursula and ulnas, all that kind of stuff, all kind of looking like they're people bones, are set up in all kinds of crazy patterns, spirals, crosses, and like druidic style blasphemy in these bones.
Can we tell the race of the skulls?
Look human. Most of them do.
We're on the right path.
up, like you can just see like up ahead past the skulls, this thing goes up to like an overlook, and there's a bundle of rocks up there that looks like a throne, like they're situated up in a way that someone could sit in them.
Is anything sitting in it?
Nope.
Well,
Should detect magic.
I'm detecting evil. Fuck this.
There's a spell.
No, wait.
Detect evil is of what radius?
So it is a 30-foot radius,
That's very small.
and I have to concentrate on it. It is small. I'll go ahead. I don't know.
Are you gonna?
Like-
Are you gonna?
Like, I mean, there's
if
nothing that we see. There's nothing there. I don't know what scout you use scouting.
No, I mean you have to go first.
I'm just worried about. I just think about the some glory thing. I'm just kind of like thinking what might.
Something evil's in there. Well, the last room we were in had magical elements to it. It's definitely going to have something going on in it.
Maybe it's an illusion.
Can we throw something into the room?
I'd say, yeah, like we kind of want to.
Okay. All right, don't worry. We have proof that Baham is actually with us. Let's go forward. We'll destroy anything that comes and gives us a little spooky tickle. Come on.
Spooky tickle.
So you're suggesting we all move together,
Well, you can.
and that way we can be within the radius of the detect evil,
Then I can see if anything's sneaking up on you, I guess. Huh?
and I can have
If-
magic on.
If it's a celestial elemental fey fiend or undead.
Yasa is mage armoring herself up.
I'll keep detect magic going since we've already encountered.
Well,
Okay,
I've
so
got the
detect
bow,
magic,
so
detect evil.
if we're
bow.
going in like it's an active battle, then I'm going to stay behind with my bow.
Marching orders. Who's first? Who's second? Who's third? Who's fourth?
I'm last in the battle
First.
formation.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. First and then between
Second.
you and us.
Third, fourth.
Yeah.
Okay. As you step over the threshold of the skulls that are on the ground and out into this cliff face, you see the pale dawn light filtering over the mountains. You're still kind of overcast. You're on because the sun is below and off to the side, so it's past. It's just the light coming over the mountains. It's just that kind of gray magic hour dawn.
Yeah.
And you head out, step over that platform. Everyone make me wisdom saves.
Wisdom.
Roll a one for
Wisdom,
me again,
you're great at these.
please.
We're getting +5 because of him, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
There's no way I could screw up a wisdom save.
No
guys.
way. No way. Just don't roll a one.
All right, cool.
Okay.
16.
22.
Okay. As you step across that, you feel this wave of kind of sensory over, like you just lose your senses for a second, and you're like, sound messes up, your sight kind of screws up, it's like, "Ugh," and you shake it off. Just whoosh, washes over all
I
of
think that
you.
was a bad spell. Ooh. I think I know what that might have been.
How do we feel? Sorry, how do we feel?
Nothing. It was like a kind of like vertigo for a second.
Okay.
Was evil? Was it magic? Do we know?
That was detect magic. You felt an effect come out. You can't tell from where because it just hit this area.
So sorry I asked, but is that a spell or is that a cantrip?
Well, it's technically a spell, but it's on my scepter.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But it is concentration, so like I can,
Yeah.
if I want to detect something else or do like Shield of Faith and stuff, I have to drop it. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't cost me anything because I'm the scepter right now, which is pretty good.
Gotcha.
Any reactions to that? You can't see anything still. Well,
Yeah.
you just looking around, you see the throne up ahead. You see all the bones that are embedded in the ice. There seems to be something to the left, and actually, no, it's off just to your left. There seems to be a pile of things on the side of the mountain, like where this is up. Just a big pile of fabric or something, like packs maybe, or maybe a canvas over something.
We all experienced the same like sensation.
You all,
and
correct.
We just were like felt like it's lightheaded.
Vertigo, like you're
losing your balance.
yeah, your hearing went out for a little bit. Your eyes, like everything dimmed and kind of warbled your vision for a second. So that's what you see when you look around.
Yeah.
You still don't see the threat
Just keep
looking ahead of you.
walking forward.
Okay.
Eyes shut.
Can
It's always bad when the GM's like,
shit. Can
we
you?
used to shuffle for
I know, right?
You're like, here we go. Can I what?
I need to.
Speak orc? Yes, I can. Just a minute to get back.
Can you whip out your player's handbook real quick? Flip to the wizard spell section.
Okay.
Well, we're right at 11 o'clock. Let's take our little break while you do the study real quick.
Yeah, I should have done this beforehand, but I didn't. There's something I didn't remember. No, she's going to tell me where. Look, so look at the spell list of the wizard,
Yes.
and what level spell is daylight, and what level spell is darkness.
Okay. This wizard.
the third? Daylight's a third level.
Oh, it.
And darkness.
Wait, wizard spells?
Yeah. So not there.
I don't see the third level.
It's cleric level. So daylight's in clerics, I think, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And was it just darkness?
Darkness.
Darkness is a second level spell.
Okay.
Yeah, boy. I think that's a good thing.
See, in the old, they did things differently in the old thing, so I need to just quickly read up.
Or the spell could just be flipped. Like,
Yeah, damn it.
The spell's area
Damn it.
overlaps with an area of darkness created by a spell of third level or lower. The spell that created the darkness is dispelled.
Yep. All right. So never mind. We're gonna take a quick break, and then what happens next is gonna happen. I thought I had them. I did not, in fact, have them.
oh, don't worry, you'll get a chance.
Sure, I will.
I mean, you've technically taken a lot out of us already in the sense of like inspirations and
I've got
falling
you.
off of.
I wish I could have
shit.
gotten some more spell slots or some healing out of you, but I wanted to get you lean.
I was so confident. I was like,
I was hoping you were going to go into that.
throw.
I was hoping
No
you-
fucking
I
problem.
was hoping you were going to go in that cave.
Oh, instead of shimmying.
Yep. It wouldn't have led you to anywhere. It's just a dead end cave, but there's a thing in there that could have.
Sure, there is.
So. Oh no. Rosonius. I thought I had him, but they've been doing pretty good. We'll find out. We'll be right back. Thanks for coming out. We'll be just 5 minutes.
Oh boy. I climb back up. Do we just have a party like?
You'll get them next time, Gadget.
Next time. Hello, Red Sonius.
Alright.
We're fighting the darkness.
Tap the darkness.
Are there girls there?
There are girls there, and I wanna do that. Alright. Here we go.
Cats are guilty, by the way.
Out of the... Actually, it's not even out of the darkness, because there's a little bit of gray light.
We just see nothing.
From above and behind you, there's an otherworldly howl, and it gets louder, faster, and then something is on top of you, clawing and biting you.
I'm detecting something.
And yeah, you do detect. As you're sitting there, you're like evil. Because of your detect evil, you get to turn around and get into a stance.
Can I catch it?
Because you have the spell, we'll have you and it roll initiative as an initiative off to see who gets first. So roll your initiative.
Oh boy! For goodness, that's not good. That's gonna be a 9. Dude, I get him!
Got a 5. Alright, so you turn around and you can set Lance if you want.
Yep, set it.
Alright, roll the hit.
Oh boy. Alright.
God damn it.
He's all disappointed. That sucked.
Guys were awesome. Alright.
Everything is awesome.
So wait, so the defender quality, can I just do that now, or is this
You choose that now.
That's just before I roll attack?
Before you roll
obviously.
attack.
I'm putting it all on AC.
Okay, so all 3 of it coming back to you.
Yeah. Platinum wing. So it shows a plus 10, but now it'd be a plus 7.
14.
14. So I'm gonna scare it.
14.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed!
No.
So,
I'm
you're
gonna scare the
swinging
shit out of
around
that.
the lance, and it just barely comes around the side, and it's gonna get to claw the shit out of you. Yay! I bet it's not gonna be able to hit now that you got.
So what does
that's
this
right.
thing look like
I'll
exactly?
explain in a second. Just let me get the initial wax at him.
Brittany, bitch. Oh, did he not beat 22?
Yeah, 17, 15, 13. I haven't rolled anything above a 10 since this battle started.
Jeez.
It comes down to and then
You can't pierce my light. What the hell is that?
What's that?
what is that? I don't know if I can say.
Close enough. It's like a 4-armed werewolf.
Let me see if my volume is on.
Dragloth.
Is that what it says? As an attack?
Dragloth!
Dragloth.
In that voice.
Yeah.
Dragloth.
So,
Like, wait, what?
I don't like these things.
Alright.
Just whispers in your ear.
This thing just came down, he swiveled around, it's now on him, clawing and biting. What are you guys doing?
My arrows are ready. I'll shoot one at it.
Don't miss.
And I'm really good.
You're really good at hitting party members.
That's him. He's the one that's already hit party members. Oh, wait, no. I think I
No,
shot you.
you shot him in the leg your first
right.
attack roll of our first D&D
That's
game
right.
ever, you shot him in the leg.
That is
You're
correct.
comic about
Don't
it.
do that. That is correct. That was East Rock, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, this one too. Both of them.
I've shot you with this character, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 26.
That'll hit.
And then we'll do, is
Pikachu.
it considered sneak attack? So I'm in the distance and he's occupied?
It's on, yeah.
Alright.
It is currently occupied with a Rofrost.
Sweet.
I choose you, Dragloth. Now you're making me think of okay, what can we do for Bag of Holding that could allow us to throw it with the thing open that would if it landed on something, it would just be.
You need a bag of devouring for that.
28.
That swings it.
I think that is the most powerful strike I've made ever.
What'd you do?
I rolled a 28.
Good lord.
So it's 12, 16, 17, and then 22 with this 5 plus 6 for damage.
You did that with your bow and arrow?
Yeah,
It's a vicious bow.
sneak attack.
Yeah.
That's what sneak attacks are
I'd
for.
probably swing at this thing with my scepter.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, that 28, that thing
What
was
is?
Oh, I get to see this. Yeah.
I don't ever swing weapons at things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the first time you've ever attacked physically.
But I have divine strike now, so if I.
Oh, that's right. He just does an extra D8 damage on everything now.
natural 20.
Really?
Holy
Let's
shit.
fucking go.
Oh my
boys.
god.
The fucking slayers of evil in this bitch.
Dragloth.
Alright, so roll your damage.
I guess. If you bust.
It's double dice everything. So it's a D6, a D8, so 2D6, 2D8.
It doubles your extra.
It doubles
dice.
all dice rolled are doubled.
Sorcerer sneak attack right now.
But so.
And then you add the bonus once.
Okay. Well, fucking.
See an 8.
Threw a couple ones on those D6s, don't worry about
It's
that.
14 plus whatever you get.
Plus 6.
20.
Yeah.
Still, that's a 2 rounds,
That's
40
yeah.
damage.
You
Yeah.
kidding me?
Which makes me think this thing has a lot of hit points. 'Cause we're not going to just kill this thing in one shot.
This thing just looks at us like unfazed and says, Dragloth at us.
Dragloth.
Dragloth.
It's 20, right?
It's really unsettling. I don't know why.
It just has an arrow in its
I
neck.
know, like, some of that was ringing.
I'm terrified. Intimidation roll.
Nope, doesn't matter. So, yep, alright. She is going to.
Summon anti-Dragloth.
Firebolt. Firebolt.
Dragloth.
Dragloth.
It's running around on fire. Dragloth. It
Dragloth.
just it says it quietly.
It doesn't change. It's like
It's at the same bit.
It's like someone's pressing play on an MP4. You're like, oh, MIDI file. Dragloth.
Dragloth. That's ridiculous.
Alright, she's gonna Scorching Ray it. All 3 rays, plus 10 to hit each. Yeah, she hits all 3.
We should use her to attack more often. Just kidding. It's like every attack phase, she's part of it.
2d6 each. So 2, 4, 6.
Jesus. Like a shadow run roll.
Yeah. 6, 12, 18, 20, 25.
Jeez.
It's not that our character sucks, but sometimes his NPCs, I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like even Shawnee in Rifts, I'm like, oh, she just breaks this chain, now she's like super strong, and now she's flying.
Now she's invisible.
Well,
And like meanwhile you're like, I can't use my powers.
There's kids here. That's great.
This is the party I'm working with. And it's like a bad thing. Oh, the kids.
It says
Dragloth.
It's like, it doesn't even say ow, it's like Dragloth.
Like we've ruined
all right.
Dragloths. Like they're these horrible monsters that we just
So,
get Dragloth.
you're
No, I can't do this.
all entangled up with this thing. So before you can like pull back and get that strike in, as if that's what you're doing, it's going to get its attacks first.
Okay.
So.
Did this thing just take 3 20 damage things?
Yeah.
And it's
still there.
kicking?
So I got a natural 20, but I need to know if a 24 hits.
24 does hit.
Okay. So I hit
I don't know
you
what Pikachu
twice.
sounds
One's a critical.
Okay.
You're supposed to say Dragloth though.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah, my AC's
My
22.
Pikachu
I feel like
impression's probably
Vincent
not
is
the
just
best.
like kind of half punked us right now. He's like, say it in a Pikachu voice. I'm like,
He's like, I got that one idiot to do it.
Dragloth.
yeah, there we go. All of us have made your Dragloth Pikachu voice.
You're welcome, Insodius.
Can you do it again?
What?
The button.
Oh, hit the button again.
Dragloth.
I want that to be the way it sounds so bad. Why do you call him Dragloth? Dragloth.
Oh 21 on one hit.
That would be the scariest thing. Like you're sleeping in your bunk. And you're like,
Oh, crap.
Excuse me, 21 damage?
21 damage on one hit. That was the critical.
Okay. I was like, fuck. This thing hurts. Careful, Rover.
Wow. And the other regular hit is 18.
Okay.
Okay,
wait, so it's 30 with 40 damage?
39.
It bites you and claws you.
Down to 50 out of 89.
All right, you're the first reactor in this. So, what's your plan, Ray?
God, I don't have time to do a whole action to put my channel divinity on this thing. I can't tell how wounded it is because it just says the same monotone fucking thing every time. So I'm gonna drop my detect evil to slap on a branding smite. So I step back.
It's a bonus action.
Yes, it is. Step back and just come right back in.
Do a slash.
It is
a
kind of
blade.
blade, yeah.
It is absolutely
Oh, yeah.
bladed. It's just
Big two-handed.
okay.
Are you striking with the?
He's striking with the platinum
Yeah.
wing.
Ooh, the
For
first-
no
that's the
one that has
first
seen
time,
this,
right?
this is a 14-foot tall lance
I mean,
that looks like this at the end.
He hit the Dragar with it, right?
Did you?
Oh,
You hit him with
Yeah,
it when you were
with it.
striking each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
But-
they had a test of.
That's right. No, so this is the first like actual
But yeah,
attack.
Yeah.
yeah. We'll
It is
really
a-
forget the first actual attack where I
It
missed.
is a legendary weapon of Bahamut in its proto stages. They still have to unlock its full potential.
Swing and a miss.
All right.
Okay.
Can he have inspiration because it's the first time we've used blade? He's ready to use it. It's do it.
Okay.
Um,
He
no,
tried to use
I
it
want to do
earlier
this.
and he-
I get 5 health, don't I?
You get 5. You have that. You had that last time, so you could take 5 damage off what you
Oh.
had, and you get it back now. So you again have a 5 hit point shield.
It's got a little mister on it.
It's a thing.
Yeah. That is a 19 plus lots.
Yeah, that is.
7. So yeah, 26.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What kind of damage does this thing do?
We're about to find out.
Dragonball.
Go ahead and add 3d6s to that roll.
Oh, because it's
a fiend.
It is a fiend. I like these ones. And then the branding smite as well. There's another 2d6. Jesus. Use these little things.
What the fuck is this roll?
10, 14,
What'd you get on the
16,
D12?
20, 25.
5. Oh, I'm sorry. So
25.
25
This is 10, 14, 16,
Plus-
20 plus 5 is 25.
plus 7 for
32.
That's my first attack.
And this thing is still just like, no big deal. Still just saying,
Dragloth.
if it was on the screen, I would have hit it.
You're killing it slowly, like fucking Predator style. It's like Dragloth. It just looks at you as it dies.
And it is producing light now.
What's
snuffed
producing light?
It hit it with a branding smite, so it tries to hide or go invisible.
Oh, weird.
It's marked by.
Okay, second attack.
Second attack.
Jesus.
19 plus lots.
Yeah, that is.
Hey, man.
Oh, I don't have branding smite anymore.
So what's it saying right now?
Dragloth.
Alright.
9, 10, 11.
11 plus 7 for
17.
18. 18 on the
Okay.
second
Teaching
attack.
math next to
And you come back up, and you come down and it's like cut and just big, split it open. Just this dark black blood essentially like sprays against the ground, and it kind of like comes down, and you come back up and like pretty much cross the same cut again, and you just shink, and it doesn't move this time. And it's like shink, and like that, and like the platinum wing just starts glowing. It's like, ah! And then the top half with the two arms here and one arm here just slides off.
I've always wanted to see that happen.
This thing kind of like falls to the ground, and then just almost instantly just starts turning into a black ichor and bleeding out or just collapsing essentially. So, yeah,
I wish Cassie would have come along with us to see that.
yeah, that thing is really, really dead.
Sweet. Is that the wailing thing? I guess this must be the druid skulls. Also, this thing. I gotta thank those dwarves again. This is pretty nice.
Please do like an awkward smile like that.
Awkward Dragonborn smile.
We just beat the. Actually, Professor will just say, we just beat the shit out of that
We
thing.
did made short work of it.
Yeah, you did over 123 hit points in 2 rounds.
Yes. That's the strongest strike I've ever done.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
It was an arrow. You did that with a
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, did this hit 30?
Like you shot a missile at it.
Yeah.
Looking around and shit. I mean,
The throne is got skulls all around it. It's pretty nasty. But where that canvas is and all that stuff, that is actually a bunch of packs, bags, sacks, satchels, probably all the tithes that the Darklings were getting for this thing. They're filled with silver weapons, plates, utensils, a whole bunch of just valuables like gems, jewelry, and stuff like that.
East Rock comes out of the
But yeah, it's a huge pile of treasure.
Can we fit that in the bag?
You want to try to fit in the bag?
At least the
all the
jewels.
treasure.
Yeah.
It just looks like just random assortment of just. Yeah.
I guess we could put it in the bag.
Some of it may belong to Lupinus clan.
Yeah.
Like I know enough about my bag that I could fill it up without overburdening it.
Right. She could also Tinser's floating disc, and you can just pile it up on the disc and follow behind her.
That would have been really cool to use against open chasms and stuff too. Now that
It has to follow her, so she would have to still be in the
The
lead.
rate can't go up and down either. Like there's all kinds of ridiculous shit.
Yeah, I think that's been explained
Does
to
it
me
have a certain
before
weight too? That it can, Does it have a certain weight?
It has a certain weight, which the treasure doesn't
Pounds,
hit.
right?
300 pounds.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He's definitely
you load it up, and you start heading back down, and the pathway down is completely different.
Oh,
It's nice,
shit.
just fine. Like the ledge is gone, the illusory pit trap is gone.
We're still like poking it and stuff. Like,
You're still checking it out and all that stuff, but like heading back down, there's not the howling room or anything like that. It's just a nice kind of like nice wide windy chasm.
Just imagining all these
Nature magic.
I'm just imagining all these darklings having these nightmares of Dragloth.
Dragla. 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 Oh my god, get it to stop!
Something tells me it wants us to steal. How can you tell? Drakelot.
So down you go and out to the morning light cascading across the mountains, the beautiful view from up here, and Cessia waiting there for you.
Hooray!
I was like, yeah, we got your treasure.
Yeah. You should have seen it. Tore it to pieces.
She says you could tell me all about it on the way back to the village.
Although I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know if that's. We're assuming that's gonna stop these nightmares. Seems pretty
I mean,
nightmarish.
that's what they told us. That's what it was, basically.
Yeah.
Just think
You would think so?
When it came to the dreams.
You could tell her all about the craziness up in there while you head back to the village.
Yeah.
The village is a semi-permanent Uthgardi encampment. Wooden houses coupled with some tents and lean-tos and things like that. Great big bonfire in the middle, long house. There's a huge celebration when you guys come back. They want to hear all about your conquest. A feast is had. They go through the treasure. Some of it's theirs, some of it's other tribes around the area. But they do gift you several things while you're there, jewelry and all that kind of stuff. So you guys get about 300 gold worth of treasure for yourselves. If you want to, someone wants to mark it out as
split up.
Oh, it's together.
yeah, it's together 300 gold.
I am good march.
Oh, please.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Just someone write it down.
I'll write
so
it
it's
down.
in a party fund.
Yeah. I get into it. Drink, eat.
Drink, eat, be merry.
Probably honestly tell them, like, I'm surprised you guys couldn't handle that thing.
I
She was like, have you seen yourselves lately? Like, what's that thing?
I did.
Yeah, right.
Actually, oh, this. Let me tell you.
like
You have like a god weapon, I guess.
Yeah. And remember, most of the youth guardi are 0 level.
Also, last
Vikings.
we saw them at level 3 too. We're level 8 now. Like,
Level 8 with 2
yeah.
with a legendary and an artifact in the party.
They're like, have you been working out? We're like, no.
I tried to throw this javelin 120 meters. We do have javelins.
I know.
Great. They're so satisfying to throw.
You stay with them for a couple days as they assess if the Darklings are done raiding them.
Do we need to go speak with the Darklings and be like, hey?
If you want to go speak with them, you can, but you can just kind of... They don't seem to be coming down or attacking, and it was like nightly before, so...
During these days, we would have taken long rests to get our...
Yep, long rest all around, all your hit points, spell points back, do all that fun stuff.
What's Cassie's? What's her plans? What does she do? What is she? Now she's back with her people. What does she?
She's
want
their
to do?
protector, so
she protects them. Yeah.
She's the toughest. She's the toughest woman in Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Because werewolf.
Yeah.
So yeah, she says, "Where do you want me to take you? I can take you to Mirabar. I can take you to Galtogrim. You just want me to get you down to the road off the mountains and point you the way? Do you want me to go with you the entire way?"
If you could get us to Gauntlegrim, that would be much appreciated.
Done and done.
I don't need to go to Mirabar if I like that place. I don't know much about it,
Council Grim?
but the dwarves kind of told us that.
I mean, that's the jamming place. They're gonna love us there.
He was talking about Mirabar.
Oh, Mirabai.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the dwarves told us that like it's a mining town
And they hate everyone.
yeah.
Not as much as not as much as Iron Master, but
Yeah. At least they'll let us in.
yeah.
Oh, Gauntlegrim should have our buddies there.
They should have your buddies.
Lockbeard and the other guy.
Lockbeard.
I don't even remember his real name anymore.
I haven't written
But
it
I think I
down.
wrote it down too.
But
Dowd.
where are we heading?
No, I wrote Lockbeard.
Gauntlegrim. Okay.
I wrote Lockbeard.
Like eventually we're probably gonna head to Neverwinter. It just seems like a decent pit, like
Yeah.
from where
Gauntlegrim's
we're at
fine.
now, a good like stop on our way.
What do you think? Are we on our way to? What's the long path? But we haven't thought that far. Or should we go all the way to go see Lord Crane ourselves? All bold and badass. But buff.
I think if we need to see him, it'll be him showing up when we don't expect him to.
So what dragon?
I'm expecting it.
Aren't we hunting for a dragon?
Yeah.
My idea is that we still have to get this thing blessed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So we still have to figure out how and where the hell we can do that at.
I mean, can we talk to?
I want to find a temple of
Does it say
Bahamut.
talk to a temple or something? There's no temples at Bahamut out here.
Why not?
No, not out here.
Yeah.
But that's where you have to go to some place like Contelgrim or Neverwinter to
Yeah.
research where you can find someone that can do this.
I'm sure we would have asked Cessia too, but obviously she probably doesn't.
What?
She says she could talk to the Druids if you want to see if one of their gods will bless it, but
What's a druid? Well, thank you. I'm sorry.
So,
Was that a rude question? You keep saying this word.
Just
I
the
think,
silence and the blank stare. It's like,
Like we all did it with the druid. Everything.
have to be the forest people, right?
so Gondolgrim time?
okay.
I've only seen their skulls. I don't know.
She takes you guys to a river, which is mostly frozen, but they have boats with pretty much skis on them, skates almost, and they head down the river. The river takes you down to Blackford Road, which you then get on. Actually, you pass Blackford Road, get to almost to Blackford Crossing. And then she's like, we can kind of go through roads, but be better if we go into the mountains, skirt the forest, and come up upon the mountain Hotanau from that way. She's like, that's what she would suggest.
Sounds good to me.
Go up the
I
mountain.
mean, she's the guide. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of start you start trekking over wilderness.
She's a druid.
She's a werewolf.
No, werewolves can have jobs.
No, they can't have jobs. It's not even wearing pants. Come on. Well, she's in her normal, human form now. But you guys, you set out from the river and just overland. Like, this is the first time you've not had a road or a path under your feet. She's just going off into the wilderness.
All right. Fucking brush everywhere. Keep knocking the lance on tree limbs and shit.
And it's grasslands for the most part, and she heads to some hills. There is a giant forest, the Neverwinter Wood, that is off to your right for the most part, and there's a huge ass mountain in front of you. Looks like a volcano, an active volcano.
Look, a huge ass mountain.
Huge ass mountain. Ass mountain.
You know, we saw this thing erupt like 30 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, over and over and
I think
over,
I got
and blow
burned.
you,
I'd say I got
blow
burned
up
by
your
quite
room.
a bit.
I hope it doesn't do that while we're on it.
Give the GM ideas.
Right.
Erupt. Yeah. It does erupt.
I'm thinking if
well,
I want
you-
to be a dick or
You
not. But
killed my damn Dragloth so quickly. I'm interrupting.
That fight was supposed to carry us to the end of the session, and we just like.
yeah, whatevs. No, it's several days worth of travel down. You have to kind of skirt around the mountain because the entrance to Gauntlgrim is on the south side of the mountain, and you're coming from the north. So travel down and around and up, back up again. But eventually you get to the gates of Gauntlgrim.
Hey!
Travel
We have to sneak you in here as well.
to what? What?
You going in? Well, you gonna join us?
She can turn into a human, can't she?
She's human, yeah.
She's been
But she doesn't need to stay here. I mean, She just got you there. She points at the gates, says, "There you are."
Thanks.
No, you don't.
All
Do you
right.
have a Twitter?
Thanks for sticking around.
Is yours
TT?
TTTKB?
I don't have mine posted. Yeah, I'll have to find that. I'll have to get that listed. All right, cool. We'll look you up.
Thanks, TTKB.
Who's gonna follow you right now?
TTKB.
Tweeter.
The tweets, the twitters, the
Where
tweeters.
the tweets go?
I wonder what it means. Titties to.
TT, TKB. Too tough to.
Tabletop to keyboard.
Oh.
Huh.
I like
Is
that.
that what he said? Oh, there it is right there. Tabletop to keyboard.
Oh, it is? Oh, nice. I thought it was just like a really clever guess for me.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, fuck, that's good.
Damn it! I should have just been like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not good.
It's like, yeah, doesn't that make sense, you idiots?
So how big is this place?
Massive. Eardod Rumblethane is Lockbeard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did have that written down. I didn't know we were trying to find it.
I didn't. I wrote it down as Lockbeard.
The Keymaster.
And the other guy is Galdar Greybender,
Oh yeah, Great
the
Bender.
thrice crowned. Alright, it's
Big city, huh? Galdor Greybender, the threat.
built into the side. It's kind of like going into Drunbar, because it's inside. There's a natural cave complex, which then you will walk through, but there's Dwarven guards even outside of that. You name drop, show his sigils and all that kind of stuff. You get an escort through the cave system. Natural cave complex is kept clean. It's pretty much a trade road. You see dwarves and other merchants heading to and fro. But then you get into this massive gate. Huge. I mean, so you're coming in from here through this cave, and this is just the entrance. And then there's city levels, upper, lower, all over this cave. It goes all over the place. So it's like Drumbar, it's all inside of a mountain. Different levels, different areas. You are met with a warm welcome
As they throw
by
lava on you.
Greybender.
Oh, he's there, just waiting for us.
He was waiting for us, but
He wasn't waiting for us. You just sent notes in.
Oh,
You've
yeah,
been
yeah.
traveling through the cave and
Yeah.
to the entrance and talking to guards and things like that.
The thrice crowned.
Yeah, he strides up. He's like, "Oh, good to see. Is that it?
I know, right? They did it.
Can I?"
Yeah.
Sits down that massive staff he carries and he
Yeah.
just stands upright while ringing again. Takes the weapon.
It's made by the forge workers of Ironmaster.
This is an impressive artifact. You can feel the power.
There's some of this weird thing we killed with it.
Traglav. Well,
It's a fine one.
your trip to the north, what I see, is fruitful, but you all fared well through it.
It came out quite well, I think.
Grabs it. Well, I'm afraid that the realms are... Some dark tidings are afoot in the realms. Come, let's sit down and talk.
Oh.
I'm already liking my idea to come here.
Yeah. Good
He
call.
takes you down into like this kind of palace. It looks like it's not really a palace. It's more of it's a massive government building type of thing. Huge stone halls, this and that. Takes you into it seems to be just like a personal dining room. Still very large, like accommodate probably 50 to 100 people in here. Brings you in there, order some food, order some drink. Sit you down. Some attendants come, and he said, "Have you heard of Lord Crane and his maneuverings?"
I don't think it's since we left.
Not recently.
He sent a dragon after us, but it didn't work.
Well, with all the happenings, let me bring out my map again.
With all the mappings.
The mappings. With all the happenings amongst the inner sea. That doesn't go over there. There it is. Between Jacinta and Unther, your
Uther, yeah.
hated foes, Jacinta has, well, most of the city stages of Jacinta have thrown in with Unther and are actively summoning fiendish armies.
What?
Cormyr had pledged itself, even in its weakened state, to help out those aligned against it. So Lord Crane was sent by the Wearers of Purple to destabilize Cormyr's war effort. He now sieges it with no less than 3 allied armies, destabilizing it from within.
Whoa.
I mean, we can probably take 1 army, but not 3.
Oh.
If you...
How long have we been traveling?
Like a month.
Yeah.
And this is all, just maneuverings and politics and listening, like, oh, there's war brewing in the inner sea and this and that.
Oh.
Says, yes,
Does Cormyr have allies that's calling on?
it does, but itself having just gotten out of a brutal war, I am not sure if it can stand up against the threats that face it. I know that Lord Crane had it out for you. If you feel the same about him, you may wish to go to Cormyr's aid.
Cormyr's where again?
That's towards the inner sea, more towards so like you're way over here, like if the inner sea is here, you're on the Sword Coast way over here. Inner sea's over here. Your nation's down here.
Were we there for a minute, though?
Yeah, you were. That's where the first stop you made. That's where you got the prophecy.
Sailed there.
That's where you met her, Yasa's mentor, and he's the one that told you about all this stuff going on.
Sorry, like I thought.
Yeah. So you've been there. You have contacts there.
Is that where the 3 dudes are?
They're north of it in a like kind of off the Dale lands.
Okay.
Some of the 3 scholars.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what they called. I was like, I just saw 3 dudes.
They're in the middle of kind of a nowhere territory that no one claims because there's kind of nothing out there. Just farmland.
Crane besieges Cormyr. 3 armies on the borders of armies of fiends.
There's an army of fiends in Jacinta.
This is
Not-
pretty grave news.
You're from down here. Cormyr's up here.
And
You're currently over. And this is an older map. It's not as big. Sorry. You're up here. The world is not this big at the moment. So, to go back to the normal map, unfortunately the new map doesn't show far enough to show where you are. So, Unther, Jacinta, and your nations are over here. You're up here in Galtogrim, and Cormyr's right here. I know that he is a foe of yours, and Cormyr can certainly use your aid. I know that Lord Neverember has even sent forces to his aid.
When would they be expected to arrive at Cormyr?
It'll take some time for that kind of a march, even going by boat along the rivers to the inner sea. He dispatched them, I know, weeks ago, but they'll probably still be another week or 2 out.
If only we could get back to Tiamat in some time and send a fleet.
By then he'd have even more aid
I
behind
know
us.
it'd be a long travel.
So we totally still have our own. As far as I know, we still have our own war going down.
And this is part of it. That's so.
They're probably, yeah.
So Tyrminther is getting attacked by Unther. Jacinta started raising fiends, and is now on the side of Unther. Cormyr said, "We'll help you. We're going to ally against Jacinta and Unther." And now Lord Crane from the Grey Peaks is attacking him. Politics.
I love this shit.
So, you're not going to get any more reinforcements. You can't have any of your people leave Tyrminther.
Yeah.
The moment you weaken your defenses, then Unther's just going to roll over you. But if you can make a difference in Cormyr somehow, then Cormyr would aid you. You get Cormyrian allies. And, hey, Crane is there. It's a dragon you need to deal with anyway.
I was going to say, it looks like we found a fucking dragon.
Yeah. What about the blessing, though?
I was like, I still think we might want to. I mean, we can ask Greybender or whatever, if he knows anything about it.
It's like, unfortunately, the only chosen I know about that would be able to bless such a weapon would be Elminster. And who knows where in the realms or out of the realms he is at any given moment. Though his home ostensibly is in the Dale Lands, just north of Cormyr. He is a chosen of Mystra, the goddess of magic.
Possibly convenient.
Perhaps Cormyr has their own chosen champions fighting now. But they're standing a siege against 3 armies and a dragon. Perhaps they have their own people. How did we get there?
Ayasa speaks up, and she says, I know my master has a magic circle. And magic circles connect to all other magic circles, and I know that there's another one in Neverwinter. So, one of his.
So you can go back and forth from Neverwinter
So, if we go back to Neverwinter and expend some pretty hefty resources, we will be able to use the magic circle and end up back at my master's
That's
abode.
expedient. What kind of resources will we need?
She says, incense and silver dust and this and that. And she starts listing off these magical ingredients that will be consumed.
Look to 3 crowns. Do you have these sort of things here we can bring with us? We'll pay.
Yeah, he has most of it. They can get the components. They have silver dust aplenty in the forges and a couple of the other things. And you can talk to their arcanists, their artificers.
Well, then it seems like this is a doable thing, assuming the magic of Neverwinter works. What say you, my lord?
I mean, yeah. And that's going to be the quickest way, because otherwise that travel time's going to suck.
Yeah. I mean, you made that travel, from Cormyr up to Shade Rest all the way to the Sword Coast, where you met a giant, you fought some drow, you met Cessia.
Speaking of Cessia, did she join us, or she?
No, she went back. She went home.
I was such a small trip with it. Alright.
Had plenty of time. You can always do a callback if you want.
Well, let's see.
You're in charge.
So are we purchasing the stuff from them? Are they charging us something?
Actually,
Yeah,
he's
gold.
because you're such good allies, they will provide it for this one trip.
Oh, gracious. Oh, let's, before, sounds like this might be the path we are going on. Before we go, we should tell you about the city where it is location.
Yes, I want to know about all of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll sit with you. He gets chroniclers in to write down every word of all of your accounts of Drunbar.
Remember.
Do you tell them about the Dwergar?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they all kind of scoff and get kind of uppity about that, and then you guys tell them the two-sided story, the story that Daradral told you versus the story that Dwergar told you.
And tell
Don't
them
worry, it's
that
supposed to somewhere cool.
they made an honorable wager with us, and we won, and at least have agreed to hold up their side of the bargain. We haven't used them yet, but I don't know if they were going to. Put them way back there.
I wonder if it, But then the duel, and then Iron Master's Fortress made a better weapon that defeated the Druger's weapon. And that was pretty cool.
That was cool. I hit him really hard.
But the Druger are pretty busy with a mind flayer, whatever that is.
They all like, yuck.
Yeah, just.
I don't know. We're just getting everything with us. Crazy orcs are eating these stupid poisonous worms. I would suggest not licking them.
Don't lick the worms. Don't lick the worms, dude.
Or the orcs.
Or the orcs.
And after that, though, I'd be like, all right, so what's our best route to get to Neverwinter from here?
There's trade caravans going daily to there. I will get you passage with one. Now, all you have to do is follow along. It's a lazy ride through the retaken roads through the forest, Neverwinter Forest.
Oh.
Shall we get going then?
Let's ride.
We can assume that we've had rests and
Yeah, you've had
walks back
lots
and
of
stuff.
long rests.
I like dwarves. Dwarves have been pretty cool.
It's like, oh, cool.
Except for the Iron Master ones, they're kind of dicks.
Yeah, they still helped us.
After the other night, I'm just like, why do I just not play a dwarf every time?
Right?
I mean, Mitch plays a rogue every time. Fuck it.
Just play a dwarf every time. So,
I could change
what I said.
my,
I said, fuck
different class up, but just play a dwarf every time, just so I can be like, I drink. And I talk with a Scottish accent.
Yeah, law, fantasy law. All
why do you
dwarves.
sound? You sound like every other NPC I've ever met.
I can just say, oi, a lot.
He just ran out of those guys. That was funny. It was cool. I want to play more of that.
Alright, so
3 armies.
with no less than 3 armies, and this is, what he's saying is just the news from there, like,
Right.
it's not,
Well,
who knows what it actually means for Lord Crane to have armies.
3 armies. Chessia. Who's Chessia? What is Chessia? Why were they joined?
So Jacinta is a series of city-states. They've generally allied with each other, but they do have different politics. The big thing is that one of the cities, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're the ones that worship Tiamat. They have a huge
Oh, shit.
statue of Tiamat. That's the one that Unther the first time around sided with, and they got the avatar of Tiamat and attacked Tirmanther with, and it got banished finally by heroes. So that's what Ayasa's mentor is going to try to stop them from doing that again.
Right.
So that's why they're summoning fiends, because Tiamat lives on one of the levels of hell. So that's where they're getting their fiends from. She's sending them up there to help.
Toll of the Diviner.
So yeah, it's a big deal to stop Jacinta from getting that fiendish army and bringing Tiamat through.
Chalice back? No, he went to.
He has another group doing that.
Yeah.
You're on a different quest.
We're looking for that book.
We're looking at that.
That book, that damn book.
Do you know what it's about?
What do you know of this book?
Okay.
It's about some murder, kill shit. Let me tell you.
You guys are meeting up with your caravan, which
Is
is
Tiamat evil in D&D?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she is the goddess of evil dragons.
Yeah, like
She's actually she went from demigod in Forgotten Realms to to full god.
Oh.
So she's above Bahamut technically.
Oh,
so because she got her own plane of hell, and there's a bunch of worshippers outside of just dragonkind now.
Oh, good.
So
Our god's not as cool as the other ones.
oh, he's coming. He's making a comeback.
Our God is
Not as powerful.
You're set up with your caravan.
Oh my god, the old, like, was it 70s or 80s? The show where it had the little kid barbarian? I think Tiamat was at the end of that series.
Oh yeah, the
D&D
Dungeons and
cartoon?
Dragons cartoon. Tiamat. It was Tiamat and that one guy with the one horn were the two villains, and Tiamat was just his lapdog. Like it was just his attack dog. It was not like it was stupid. She didn't even talk.
I've never even seen that.
Well, the old D&D cartoon where the 6 kids get on the roller coaster and it takes them into D&D land.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
And then like they each get a magic. The dungeon master comes and he looks like a little
He's like a gnome
looking guy,
yeah.
and gives them each a magic item that turns them into their class. Essentially, the dumb kid gets the mace that can shatter rock and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The girl gets the pole that can extend to infinite, so she can acrobatics around and do all kinds of stuff. The dude gets the bow, which has the magical arrows. Just he pulls it back and an arrow appears.
Yeah.
The nerdy kid, who's the coward, gets the hat and he can pull stuff out of it. He's the wizard, and maybe useful, maybe not useful. And the other girl gets the invisibility cloak. She's a thief. That's a great show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where do I watch this?
I don't know if it's aged well though. I mean, I bet you can find
You
it.
can find probably
on
every
YouTube.
episode
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Shield for the cat.
Oh, you know what? This little barbarian kid looks familiar.
Yeah, like
I probably have seen this.
I would be
just didn't know what it-
surprised if you didn't, but it's not resonating because you weren't like also playing D&D at the time. Like it's not in that nostalgia. All right, you are with a dwarf named Hernum.
heard him.
He's
Never even
taken
met him. Sorry.
Hernum. Was a gruff, just what are they called? Teamster.
Cavaliers?
Teamster.
Yeah.
Just runs the wagons to and fro. He's got like 4 laborers with him, a couple guards. He's happy to have more able bodies around.
Yeah.
You look like you can handle yourself.
Oh,
And-
don't worry.
Is it animated?
And
If a dragon comes, we should be able
almost as if on cue, everyone's getting stabbed. So 4 people that were milling around that look like laborers, the dwarves, change up into different forms and whip out swords and just go to town on all of you guys.
Really?
Yes,
So we're all getting stabbed?
you're all getting stabbed.
Ambush!
You get a stab. You get a stab. You get a stab.
Oh, gosh.
Assassins!
Also, Rosonius, I don't know if you heard me, but it was your first crush was actually like an animated like girl?
My first crush was Penny from Inspector Gadget.
Interesting. Interesting.
No.
Advantage.
Who's the lady from the movie Milk
How do
Money?
you know it hit?
They're doing a special attack on you, and it hit.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they're disarming.
Special.
Disarm.
What the hell he does?
The hell he does, and he also gets hit. These things come out of nowhere. After they took their dwarven disguises come off, they pretty much look like purple ninjas.
Cool. Buddies.
As I get stabbed, I say.
Buddy snouts.
As I get stabbed, I'm gonna say Dragon.
Dragon. Dragon. No, it's
Dragon.
hold on.
Dragon.
So good.
One more time for the people in the back.
Wait. This is what they say.
Assassin.
We're like, our D&D realm isn't like a speak and spell.
It's part of the curse of the purple web.
20. You take 20 damage and need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Poison.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you.
20 damage.
I'm rolling the wrong d6.
Fuck you, D6s.
Off 20 damage.
What
the hell's happening?
I forgot you had those skull dice.
20 damage to you and a Constitution save.
Uncanny dodge to half that.
You weren't aware of them.
I can see them though.
You have to be aware. You have to, you didn't see them. That's the problem. That's why they get their sneak attack.
Ew.
Oh no.
Constitution.
Way to hit Robert the least amount. Like
14 damage.
what the? You got the most health. You hit him for the least amount.
I know.
That was a
I know.
special attack.
You are not. Yeah, you're 24. You're making a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
Thank God.
12 for my Constitution.
You are poisoned.
I knew it.
22.
22. You're fine.
Constitution save.
Natural one.
Natural 1. Dope.
Okay.
This is fine.
You take.
Everything's fine.
Excuse me? I get to take more damage?
No, sorry, not you. Him. You take 4 more damage, and you have disadvantage on pretty much every physical, like attacks, dexterity, all strength, all dexterity rolls.
That's good. I don't use either of those. So
4, 5. 5 damage to you, poison damage.
Okay.
You take, and you have disadvantage on all strength and dex.
Poison.
You're poison.
Say Dracloth on
Now make a strength check. Disadvantage.
Chat.
Did you change your condition?
I'm not. I don't want. There's no proficiency modifier here because it's just a stat check, not a save.
It's not a save. Just a stat check.
Black.
I'm proficient in strong. Alright. Disadvantage. That's probably going to be the 6. What is that?
12.
Oh, okay, so 6 plus 10.
The platinum wing comes out of your hand.
No!
Gling, 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 gling.
Okay, no.
Okay, no. The assassin on you uses the rest of its movement to move over to the platinum wing.
No, fucking does it. Ooh. Ooh.
What's everyone doing? You each have an assassin on you, except for him.
Except for me?
Him.
Oh, him.
Because his went over to the...
Can I dash towards it and backstab it?
You'd have to disengage.
So it was my action.
You can use disengage. So you can use disengage as your cunning action.
Okay.
Then use your movement to go over there, and then you can still have an action to attack.
Okay, let's do that then.
And you're stabbing with your sword, with your short swords.
Yeah, my infused blades.
Yeah. All right. You can't do 2 attacks because you used your bonus for cunning. But
I usually don't do that
yeah.
anyway.
Oh, disadvantage. Because poisoned.
22, I rolled 14 both times.
Nice. That hits, yes.
Sneak attack.
Not sneak attack. Sorry.
That's alright.
It doesn't have anything around it, so. You're attacking the one that's over the platinum wing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
8. Which is not as impressive as adding 40. Now my sword has the properties of this assassin blood. It just keeps saying assassin.
Okay. What are you doing?
Assassin.
I'm just gonna strike mine with my scepter, like the assassin that's on me.
Yep, go for it. Also, you also would take 20 damage as well.
21. No, 22.
Yep, hits.
26. 6
I rolled a
plus.
22.
I get a D8 because of Divine Strike, motherfucker.
Divine Strike!
10 plus 6, 16.
16, damn. Alright. Yeah, you smash yours pretty heartily and he staggers back.
Fuck off me, bruh.
Did you smack it with your nice.
I have a reason to like hit things now.
That's cool. That's fun. It'd be all god
Don't worry
based.
about the fact that we all took like almost 20 fucking damage.
Yeah.
So maybe I should start
You
healing.
move that. What are you doing?
How far away did it go?
10
from?
feet.
10 feet? And he's already on it?
Yeah. And he's now next to the assassin.
That's
yeah.
there. Okay. I guess I'll dive for the weapon.
Die for the weapon.
Dive.
I probably will, but
You would also die.
Fingers too.
The assassin's going to make an attack of opportunity as you go through and are
that's
taking the
alright,
action.
Yeah. I just picture this guy touching that thing and then poof, gone.
What?
Yeah.
Who
fuck
would do that?
You would do that. These guys would do that.
Damn it. Yeah, it's not gonna hit. So you're jumping for it, and he has that. So pretty much a short sword. It's all wavy, crisp-like.
Yeah.
It's like cling, just hits on your adamantium chainmail and slides off. He's like, "Urgh." So make a.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, it's not really a roll. And then,
No.
you reach down, and grab it.
Yeah.
Takes all your action though.
All right. I guess bonus action, or you mean like all of my?
What if you're casting a spell?
We could do running smite on again.
Okay.
So just pick it up. It starts glowing.
All right. Ayasa, like backing up from her assassin, trying to, opens up her hand and you see a little ball of fire start appearing and she just goes boom and fireballs right on the ground beneath you.
That's what we need.
But it doesn't. None of the flames hit any of you, or the cart, or the dwarves.
Is that a normal property fireball?
No, she's an evocationist, so she specializes in it. So she can manipulate the
Just go around us. So cool.
for any of her spells, any of her evocations.
Because it's this is escalating quickly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is so cool because like fireballs used to be. I mean, it's like one of the most dangerous spells, just because like you can just
You
so
kill
easily
your party.
Yeah.
Alright. She is casting it at 3rd level. So it's going to be doing 9d6 damage.
96.
96.
Just straight 96.
Yep, it's just 96.
Just straight 96 damage. Like, bang.
These are D6.
No, I'm rolling their dex saves. So I'll just roll one for the whole group. They failed, but they all have evasion.
Oh, yeah. So it's either none or half.
Yeah.
No, it's 9 D6s. Unless you're playing along with it.
96. 6, 10, 20, 30, 36 damage.
36.
So they'll take 15 and they'll take 18.
Just pop over the flames. Damn putties.
The one on yours, like, all of a sudden there's fire everywhere, and when the fire subsides, he's crumpled on the ground, just a burning, charred mess. And the others are like, patting out the flames and all that. The one that's on you, the one that grabbed the thing that you went and hit, looks like, oh, he doesn't look very good.
What about the one by Asa?
No, the one on you.
The one on you.
No. What about the one on yes?
He has. They're both just smoking. The other two, the one that he left behind and the one on Yasa's, are just patting themselves out. They throw down. They pull something out of their cloths and throw it down, and all of a sudden there's darkness.
Shoot.
Shit.
Damn, I hate darkness. Magic light doesn't ever do it, does it? It's gotta be daylight.
Daylight.
I'm like,
Cast daylight. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, you have it.
yeah.
it's on my scepter now.
Yes.
Is it? Oh,
So it takes an action to activate. So you take that.
That's what I'm doing.
You take that, and the 3 assassins that were left are just booking back towards the gates of Gondolgrim.
Throw the. Wait, no, come back.
You do that?
I'm not. Wait, no, because I throw it, then they'll have it. Oh, it returns. That's right, doesn't it?
It turns into a bolt of energy and reappears in your hand.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
And it carries all. It just it doesn't count as a great weapon when you use it like that.
Okay.
So you don't get the reroll 1s and 2s.
Okay.
But it does. It's all the normal weapon stuff.
Woo! Hell yeah. I just call it. How dare you?
Okay, launch.
Bolt.
Roll to hit, and you can whip out a bow and shoot.
That's what I was going to do. I was waiting for him to roll his turn.
Alright, so, but I'm poisoned, so it's disadvantage. It's all, yeah. I forget how many things it gives you.
Oh, wait. Check your immunities.
I'm immune to diseases, I checked
Damn
it.
it.
Yeah. That was the first thing I looked
you
up.
do have like cleanse always prepared.
What's my diet? Oh, wait,
What?
Well, I'll look at that.
Yeah.
Right now I'm
Right.
vengeful. How dare they think they could just steal this from us? Disadvantage. I'll probably miss. Is it a 2? No, it's a 12. What is a 4? What is actions? So I do get the plus 10 instead of I haven't got to use my thing. So plus 10, so 14. Probably, yeah. But it was,
Get a bow at him. It's also disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
So it'd be 21.
That
Oh,
hits.
sorry, no. 20. Sorry.
That hits. Yeah.
Is it sneak attack?
They're in full tilt run, so. Nah, I shouldn't be giving it to you, so no.
Okay. 7.
Were you targeting anyone in particular?
Was the one of the ones that was left the one that was trying to get the
Yes.
thing? Yeah, that one. Because we already hit it a couple times.
You hit him in the back, and he just does a face plant, slides across the ground. Like all this darkness appeared. There's dwarves running around, dwarven guards are coming. All this darkness appeared, and you're just like, cling! You shall not escape justice.
Dragon expand Bard medium.
Golmir.
Yeah.
We just wanted to do something different this campaign, so we all went Dragonborn.
Yeah, it was they
Plan.
after a total party kill of the last game.
Yeah.
They sat around and came up. They said, let's concept it up. Let's do a all something game, and they wanted to do an epic all Dragonborn campaign.
We almost went all wizards, but I'm glad we went with this one.
All wizards would have been crazy.
Yeah.
It was first like it doesn't matter.
So when it looks clear, I'm gonna start doing lesser risk.
Are you doing anything else with the guys running away? I mean, you can keep shooting if you
I'll
want.
shoot another one. Why not?
Okay.
Shoot, yeah.
And they're out of your range because it's 120 feet for your throw, right?
For my bow? Or
No,
my
no, not
throw?
you.
Oh, I thought you meant me. I was
me?
like 320.
How far away are they now?
They're. Tell me what the range is.
Oh,
I think it's 120. Yeah, they're outside of that now.
Yeah, so,
'Cause they're-
I was thinking that they would probably get around. I kind of want to run them down. Like these guys that.
Oh, no. So
3, 1, 2.
Still want to do
should
the. Still want to do the all musicians, the band that goes around solving mysteries. You can have it's bards, but you also have other classes with the entertainer background, so everyone can play instruments.
14.
That misses. Dwarves are moving against them as well, but they're dodging and weaving, and there's a large crowd here, and they're just...
Pursuit looks unnecessary.
And you are poisoned.
Yeah, I know. Who's... Damn it. I turn around. Everyone's wounded, right? Yeah. First of all, I want to get this poison off, at least starting with you, and then I'll start going around to Yasa, then you, then myself.
Not poisoned.
You're not
He is
poisoned?
not poisoned.
Oh, okay.
He made his save.
Okay.
Yasa also made her save.
Oh, okay.
It's just you and me.
Oh, she cast... No. Before they got out of range, she cast Magic Missile on him.
Yeah, good.
She's not going to let him get away. Don't just sit there, Yasa.
And then the trees, I probably can't navigate my dragon through that, could I?
Golemir, you should press the follow button and see our cool little thing that pops up.
Yeah, you'd be number 50 apparently too.
Oh, yeah,
You would be our 50th
subscriber
or a follower. Different.
You don't have a subscriber.
I don't have I'm not an affiliate yet or a partner or whatever it is.
What about
Magic missiles hit another one as you shot that one and dropped him, and the other one dropped. So there's only one assassin left that's getting away.
damn it, alright. I get Thundas out, and I'm gonna try to pursue.
You're not gonna stop and heal your friends. You just let them go. I mean, you're gonna let them deal themselves.
Oh, they got.
Well,
Yeah.
if he's chasing it, I'm going to be right behind him.
Yeah. So yeah, he throws out his. Well, he don't even throw out.
If they get away, like who knows what kind of? I don't know. It just seems like that's what Rofrost would think to do.
It's good because if you didn't, you would have lost all your spellcasting ability anyway.
Oh, because
No evil deed unpunished.
well, it's no called for. Well,
There's two parts of it. Read it.
oh boy.
No call for help from a good character, or no evil deed left unpunished.
Well, it's a good thing I just make good decisions.
Yep.
Oh man, yep. Thundas.
So
I'll start riding, and I can probably cast Lesser Restoration on my way.
is it an action?
Or do I have to spend action riding?
Can I ride on his horse with him or no?
Yeah, you can jump up
So
there.
I'm going to be right
Oh.
hold him tight.
Ooh.
Before he
Spoon
goes,
me, my
I'm
friend!
gonna
Lesser
make him not
restoration.
play, yeah.
Alright.
Is Lesser Restoration action?
It is
Yes.
one action, yeah.
Okay. So your next turn as you're riding,
Right.
you'll cast that.
Okay.
I just want to know if you could get it as a bonus, but
Yeah.
you pull out, you summon your steed this round, you jump up, he jumps up, you restore him.
I don't get any hit points back for that, do I?
No, just
Okay.
clears your poison. And you are now riding. As you ride, you cast a spell, and both of y'all's needs to make me perceptions to keep your eye on the prize, because he's about to disappear into the crowd, or at least try to.
Natural 1.
Wah, wah.
The plus 10 bonus for my perception.
Tell me it's good.
12.
12. Ooh, perception?
Yep.
For 16.
Yeah, like as you cast, you are just getting jostled around. You can't see over his shoulder at all. By the time you cast and look back up, you don't see an assassin anymore.
Damn it.
You see dwarves and merchants.
Shoot one of the merchants.
Yeah.
Out of anger, I'm just like, thunk.
Fuck it.
In the tree line? Wait, did we.
You're still in the
We're
cave.
sitting-
Like you're in the
Oh.
out at the main gates outside of Contalgrim. There's a whole bunch of like merchants and carts and all that kind of stuff. But
I'll start calling out to show yourself and just riding around trying to find him again.
yeah, the dwarves are looking around, this and that. But it looks like
Shoot straight up.
and you guys can catch back up with them after a while. But it looks like he's made good on his escape.
Damn.
Unless you have some crazy.
I mean, is he evil? Can you detect evil? Get it.
Humanoids don't come up like that.
Yeah.
People doesn't detect personal alignment of people.
I'm assuming I can't track.
Whoa, yeah, well.
You can try.
Survival.
Yeah, just jump down and make a survival check.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
6. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was bleeding,
footprints,
but
yeah.
you don't know if that persists after he disguises himself.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But, you know, hey,
We still have the fucking.
kudos to the Wearers of Purple for playing the long game and setting up people waiting for a Galtagrim if you ever came back.
Yeah.
Well, now that everyone's going to know where we are.
They almost got away with it.
Whoa.
But they did not.
Alright, turn back.
Any other in the
You
moments
alright?
afterwards? Anything else? Any other?
Make sure people are okay.
Yep.
Can I, when are we healing up and stuff?
How's Hurlem?
Hernham is fine.
Okay.
He's a bit shocked,
Yeah. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
and you like 3 of you or all of you damaged. Yeah, you're all damaged.
Yeah.
Mhm. You all got hit.
Yeah.
So is there going to be any healing before the trip
Yeah.
sets out?
I got to use my.
I'm missing
Not
24 out of 58 hit points.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Poke everyone
40?
with my rod.
And that gives me back how much?
We'll roll
I
it.
gotta make rolls. Got to make some rolls.
Gamble it shoots straight up.
And
Just
this thing's coming from.
Oh! Oh, that was a door.
Is Yas still here?
Yes.
I'll
You'll get
channel lay on hands.
14 back.
For how much you putting into her?
Up to 40.
So she takes 20 of it, so
Okay.
you don't have to waste a charge on her.
So he gets 14, and then I get.
What kind of mood? I just want to know that that you're doing it. That you're about to go on a couple day long trip. So
Let's get 22. You gave me 14, so.
he's
I get
Rolling.
14
Oh.
to Xernex.
14. Okay. So and he's still down.
And I get 3 from that.
I'm down. What do you mean?
You're still down hit points, right? 14.
Oh
doesn't-
yeah, no, I'm down 10.
Oh, yeah. Lay on hands. Everyone gets just a little hit
Just a
point.
little touch, little
Little
touch
hit
here.
point there. Paladin cast detect evil, son of a character was evil. That's just saying to be a good guy who commit murder with that. Good guys. Ha!
Right. Good guys. Jerks.
Ah.
Murder hobos.
No. Give, just, yeah.
So you give him 10?
Yeah, 10.
Oh,
And then
Yep.
give myself another 10, I guess.
Okay.
That'll put me back to. Oh, yeah. That'll be good because if you give me stuff, then yeah. That's back to full.
I'm like, I feel really good.
Yeah. How do they find us? They're waiting?
Healed.
Give myself some healing here.
Okay. Yeah, with that, they're like, Herdham's like, there's still one assassin out there. You sure you want to make this trip?
Yep.
It could be anyone.
It's only one of them, though.
We've
Unless
already
there's
lost
more
them.
waiting in the corners.
We made short work of these. We can make short work of the next.
We'll keep you safe, don't worry.
I don't doubt it, the way you act. The way you fight.
Well, just keep a tighter grip on that.
I was just thinking about like tying it or something.
Yeah, you just take the leather
You have the
strap you put
yeah,
on,
the
you
strap.
do a little
Yeah.
wrappy around,
Yeah.
and then grab it.
We're probably gonna have to do shifts around the sleeping.
The Yas is like, she's looking around at the laborers and the guards
Uh-huh.
for Hernham. Do we want to offer just to do it ourselves?
What? What exactly are you suggesting?
That we dismiss these laborers and guards and tell them we'll guard them ourselves? What did you think I was suggesting?
I don't know how the mind of a wizard works.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, I imagine this costs you though.
You'd have to make a persuasion against Turnham to not have his crew with him.
Persuasion, motherfucker, I got you.
And the kitty.
I gotta get it, yeah. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
I mean, it's still it's only at 13 now.
And he really doesn't want to not have them.
You have inspiration.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold the presses.
Fuck my fucking life. Moving on.
Oh, really? So Ernest says, no, you're
No, like I gotta have, you know, there's gotta be someone there who would load this and that. What did we get follow?
Volmir did follow. I don't know if we saw the thing, but it says it in the thing.
Oh, yeah, it takes a second for it.
Let's see. Let's see.
No, I can never get it right because it's backwards.
Volmir supposedly followed 2 minutes.
I can make it happen again if we missed it.
It's not the same.
I know it isn't.
Well, the bet that it happened already. If you just
Did everyone else see it already on the screen?
Oh.
Did you guys see it on the follow? Or follow on the screen?
like, yeah, it doesn't take this long.
Yeah.
Just click it. Let's see it.
Yeah, let me try again.
Well, if he needs them, he needs them. We'll be vigilant.
Huh? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, is it just not working?
Worked earlier.
Can you detect any magic amongst them?
If they have the spells on themselves, they would come off as that.
Okay.
You detect magic and you detect no magic.
Amateurs.
Yeah. Yeah, what the hell's wrong with my...
Yeah, it's all, looks like it's all there. Nothing's wrong.
It's because this is the 50th one. So it's
Yeah.
like Y2K. Doesn't know what to do.
All right.
Broke.
It was something cool and neat and it just wouldn't work.
I didn't turn it off or anything.
Well, Zoni just said he saw it, right?
Yeah.
But we just didn't see, like,
Oh, okay.
try to redo.
So yeah. So the magical. But be cool about it.
Sports is on.
Otherwise I might just stab you.
Oh well.
I guess someone will just have to follow us again and see if it works.
Right.
It'd be a brave fool idea.
Alright, so yeah, there's no magic on the laborers, the guards.
Keep an eye out.
So,
So continually on.
onward and outward. Alright, so you head out on a caravan back to Neverwinter to hopefully use a magic circle to get to Cormier
That
and
thing's not there.
fight some armies.
Yeah.
All by yourselves.
Just the
Yeah, that's going to be it for us today. It's almost 12:30 here. That's our ending time. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Golmir and
Yeah. So is
TT2KB,
Yeah.
tabletop to keyboard.
it's Golem,
I
man.
guessed
Willamere?
that name, by the way.
Yeah, good job. It's very clever.
Orzonius, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for all the follows. We got 50 followers now.
Dang.
So, nice.
7 of those are mine, though.
Is that what it is?
I made 10 different accounts.
Just different Twitch accounts.
We will be here next week, minus one Mitch,
Yeah.
plus one Galen, and plus one Kalen.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Galen
Galen and Kalen. Trying to figure out how to squeeze 4 people in that area.
It's gonna be cozy.
It's gonna be super cozy. Just who knows what I'll do. Who knows what I'll do.
And if you move the camera back onto
Oh, yeah.
one of those little tables right there.
Well, I might move. It's a whole tripod, so I might move it back and up and like kind of cast it that way, and we'll see around that corner. But I just don't know about the people sitting here, so I'll be playing with it. But we're going to be doing a one-off. Robert will be running a one-off adventure for us.
Yeah, Robert will be in
Yeah, you gotta.
this spot.
Yeah, Robert will be here.
I know
I'll have to
Galen and
do-
Caitlin sound like character names.
I'll have to redo this to be the Robert verse.
Yeah, right. Because, yeah, see what we can do. So you can do how much adventure we can have in one little night. Once.
Yeah, it'll be so if it's intimidating that we're 32 episodes into a campaign and you feel a little bit lost, then next week is the time to tune in because it'll be brand new made characters running a one-shot adventure front to back. So
Yeah.
Fun
we're
times.
Going hunting, boys.
going hunting, boys. Thank you for tuning in. See us next week, or the week after, or the week after that, or the week after that.
Whatever we got.
Thanks for watching.